And
Still not
And
working?
it
That's crazy.
still
live.
isn't loading. Yep, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
It's alright. I
Whatever.
got your character sheet open. I can do stuff with
I've
it.
got. I can open the map. I don't know if I. Let's see if it'll let me interact. Yep, I can move around.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
I can move around. It just won't let me open my character sheet because for
Eh,
some reason it thinks I have
That's alright.
expired my session or whatever.
Nah, no. Oh, it's probably acting up because it's like close out. I know you've been waiting this long for it to load, but close out of on the PC of your Roll20 session, and I think that'll do it. And either way, even if it doesn't, I still have access to your character sheet, and so that should be fine. And we'll just go ahead and jump right on into it. So we reeled it a little bit back because now we have some people here who weren't here last time. And what's my? All right, yeah. So with that, specifically, we now have Haka and Severance, and maybe we might do a retroactive solo session because Haka, you might have interacted with Amy Lee, Amanda Lee, while you were here, while people were doing stuff.
Amy Lee's the lead singer of Evanescence.
Amanda Lee is?
No, Amy.
Oh, Amy Lee. Yeah. No, it's
Your mistake. It was fun.
Yeah, no, the problem's still going on with the session expired.
No worries. I got access to your character sheet. You'll have to remind me every time to do the roll for you.
I can just roll a d20 and you can add whatever.
Yeah,
needs to be
hey, true. So we'll go retro. That works.
That's what my d20 roll was right there.
So
that was me testing to make sure I could actually roll. Otherwise, yeah, I would remind you every single time.
So yeah, honestly, and I've seen how I roll when I roll for players. It's garbage. I don't know how I managed to roll so awful when I roll for players. But
And here I was thinking you were gonna be rolling like a D20 in person and trying to be truthful about that, you know.
Oh, I sometimes do that. Honestly, you're so right.
And it just so happens that Haka only rolls natural 20s, you know.
Oh yeah, although actually you make a very good point though, because the second I start rolling real dice, they do kind of behave a lot better. So I'm gonna clear my rolling space. So I do have my dice out, so I might as well use them. I'll keep that in mind, actually. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, we'll just say Severance, you head out of the castle. Same thing with Haka, and you see the group. They're at the gardens. And so, party, you see Severance and Haka rejoining you in the gardens. What do you do? Do you say anything?
I feel like Avalon's going to be just quiet from what we just saw. Okay. This is concerning.
Welcome back, friends. Finished up your meditations and your cartography? For the time being, at least.
Yes.
Done for now.
We just made it back from an experience. And Needles will gesture over towards it's the right side of the maze, right?
Yeah, it's
over here.
It's the east side, yeah.
East side. So we met a friend. It is some sort of, and again, this is just in their minds, so any nearby people, and I hope we'll be close together and huddled anyway. It's some sort of being that brings about ends.
Did you get their name?
End was the most I got. It seemed less eager to speak to anybody else. Some sort of mental connection. You know how these things go. Maybe we're related.
Not really.
Well, if you have anything you need to get rid of, just suffice we found a place to get rid of it permanently. But we did have a mild discussion and found that there was some sort of blasphemer, one who has a connection to this end, but follows their own goals in a way that displeased it, and It was not so clear as to who that person was, but they should be nearby, and we should be concerned that somebody's throwing things into a destructive void. But not children,
Ooh.
probably.
Needles, didn't it react when you showed it Aiden?
Yes, we asked about a few individuals whether or not they were the so-called blasphemer, and among them, the final question was whether or not it was the prince. But rather than answer, it it lost power or faded just slightly, and refused to respond further, almost like whatever connection I have to it had faded. You might be familiar with something similar, Severance.
Would I know?
Yeah. Oh,
Of
sorry.
the thing- of what he's talking about?
In terms of the entity, or in terms of a connection being severed with a divine being?
A connection being severed, because I don't think
So
I.
you have noticed, it's like session 1, I think it was. It was like session 1 or 2. It was very early on, but even though it's been a couple of days, because it's like a part of your faith and you would acknowledge this, I'm saying there's no way you'd forget this. You did note that it did feel like your connection was a little bit dimmer for a little while. And it's still like you've had definite moments where the Moon Maiden has clearly made intervention, but between those specific moments, it does feel like she's a bit more distant than normal, even at night, which is when you would normally feel the closest.
Okay. So, yes, I am somewhat familiar with the losing divine connections, as you say.
Hmm. Yes, it was an odd thing for an illusion of the prince to have caused such an effect. Mind you, I did send the illusion into the void, but I'm not sure whether or not that's relevant.
I would suggest we would test this further. However, I do not want to experiment with a divine being.
Well, if your
Because
experiment involves
I
sending
quite
anything in,
well, I quite enjoy not dying.
it would not be displeased, though, by anything offered up to it, anything sent into it. Bringing about ends seems to be a positive experience for a being called End, surprisingly enough. Regardless, though, it seems somewhat unrelated to the missing children, as it seems the guards have, both according to themselves and the entity, done a good job of keeping children out.
Let's hope that they have actually managed to do that and not allow the children to wander into nothingness.
Would be a shame.
Did Panthera Esteban get introduced to us or not?
I
Just
don't.
like out of character.
Yeah, I don't know.
If not, Hawk is gonna point at
We
the
haven't.
Hawk is gonna point at the panther and ask who's the cat.
Ow.
Well, this is Esteban. I want to use Mickey's name for Esteban. Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez.
Pretty good.
Hello, Esteban.
Meow.
unfortunately, I think only Lorb and Needles can talk to it right now because I don't know where Enki is.
He's probably gone off to that house he refused to shut up about. He was
I
quite
don't think I
emphatic that that was an important sort of investigative point, but we decided to.
I would argue that he didn't go to that house to investigate. He probably went to check out what kind of treasures the house had.
I have full faith in my fave friend to make only the best deductive and investigative plays.
50 on him.
I don't. He's tried to steal from me multiple times.
Well, that's just fun games for us, Faye. It's nothing serious.
I mean, he did do a good job of finding that cursed candy. Well, find is a strong word.
I mean,
Yes, did-
technically.
Was,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He
was
did-
that
he
something
did-
they would have shared with us, or we were there for?
Right. Let's just say the rest of the stuff that we told you about during recap, we quickly
Okay.
run you
Yeah, yeah,
down on, so you know about all that.
Because
Mhm.
I don't know what we were gonna end up doing in the retroactive
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Nah, it would be something unrelated.
Okay.
And that's implying it's even retroactive. It might end up just being a separate thing in general. We'll discuss.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
We-
yeah. That makes sense.
Brought their companion with us. This is Axon.
Hello, good sir. A pleasure to meet you.
Hello.
Axon, sir and lady. There are two we're introducing you to. Be polite.
Ah, yes, good sir and good madam. It's a pleasure to meet. Oh, that's right. I mixed the voice with a different character. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Although, do tell, is your name simply Hawker and Severance? Just the one name.
Hold on. I don't know if I want to.
Haga, Alan will whisper to you like, if you
Hold
tell
on.
him you have more names, he's going to tell you even more names for himself. So be ready for that.
Is there a? Oh no, there's not a D2. I was gonna just flip a coin or something to see if Hawk is gonna lie.
Odd
about
even.
This. Odd even.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Odd. She's gonna lie. Come on. Roll the D20.
It did roll.
Oh, it
You got 10
didn't
the
make
first
this.
time.
It didn't make the sound for me. Okay, even she's not gonna lie. She's gonna say Hakafilakor.
And a pleasure to meet you, Hawker Philophor. My name is Axon Stronghammer Dilly Dilly Small Tree Big Log Ant Climber Candy Liquor Silver Spoon. No, wait, that one's not mine.
While he's going through the names in Hawkins Severance's mind, he'll be at this for a while. We can start walking while he's listing them off.
Pretty much.
It just starts rambling
I
off
just-
names.
I don't know why. I
I'm
just got
dying
the
with
bit.
Needles, like, let's go, let's go.
I just got the bit. You say different things every time.
And as you're heading towards your destination, he goes,
I want to
Savori.
add to the conversation before we get moving. I had someone here, so I couldn't unmute. I'm gonna say that I'm not sure if I have any additional names. To my knowledge, it is just the one that was given to me when I was created.
Ah, a shame. I hope that one day you get to enjoy more than just that one. But for now, you'll make it work, I'm sure. And I believe that you'll find a great name for yourself someday.
Or a dozen.
Yes, or a dozen. or maybe more, or maybe less. Well, only time will tell. I
And Severance,
recommend
in
writing
case-
them down.
In case you missed it, Severance, the last name he did say was Savori, as though it was his surname.
Hmm. So Haka's surname was Savori.
No.
No.
Haka said Philippa,
Axon.
but Axon,
Ah,
his last name, the last one he listed was Savori.
I mean, I know what race Dr. Savori is, so I'm not really concerned about his. Is he a gnome?
He is very short.
Ooh. Well,
He is an inventor as well. As you can see, his mechanical dog.
Yeah, he
His
rides a
neck.
mechanical dog.
Right, we forgot to describe that.
would I be able to tell if he is Dr. Savori?
Make a I guess perception? No, investigation. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Because I know he wasn't hiding. Investigation. Investigate. There we go. Ooh, I'm gonna use a DM inspiration. I think I'll use
Ooh.
another.
We're all gonna be out. I'm
Here
scared.
we
go again.
I'll use
Oh,
another.
no. This
Hey,
is good.
we're
This feels
back
good.
to 9. I'll keep it.
Okay. So you know what? According to Wikipedia, the processing of faces in the brain is known as sum of parts perception. So I'm gonna use that argument to say that you could use your perception instead of investigation.
Can I get those 3 DM rolls back?
Yeah, that's fine. Just because it took me too long to come to that conclusion.
And then I'm going to probably roll low. Never mind, we're keeping that.
Because even if it was just the 9 plus 7, that's 16. Not a bad roll. So honestly, 16 is probably going to get you the same result. Well, actually, it would have been plus 4, so that would have been a dirty 20. So we'll stick with the first roll, just with the modifier of the perception. So dirty 20. His face, it's a little hard to tell because he does have goggles on. That seem to be like they're fairly steampunk-esque goggles. However, he's short and his facial structure kind of looks similar to Dr. Savori. But in your interactions with him, do you have some of your memories of interacting with him?
Yeah, because the only one that's gone is first contact with the Moon Maiden.
Which,
So yeah,
rough one to forget. But yeah, so he was never this animated. So while this person looks similar, this person isn't him. But definitely looks very similar.
then I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna keep. Well, no, because the thing with needles is one way.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to like say that like it isn't actually Dr. Savori, but with him being there, I don't know if I am going to just say it.
Actually, just to simplify, Needles, while you're thinking of debating whether or not to say that, Needles will explain. Yes, this is Axon, as he said. He's looking for his cousin, who had left a long time ago, and he hasn't seen for a while. He was in hiding.
Yes.
Axon was.
I think I'm gonna ask Axon, is your cousin's first name perhaps Savori or Doctor or no? Wait, how do I go about asking this?
Well, is this person you're thinking of would they happen to be a rather ingenious inventor?
Yes.
Does he have a short stature?
Yes, he is a gnome.
Oh. And oh yeah, so yeah, that's probably him. And he's alive, you're saying?
I last saw him alive.
Okay.
I am not sure how he is doing because it has been quite a while.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that he might be alive, because I had my suspicion. It was reported that he was dead when he escaped the camp. But then there was this big inventor who, like, was really weird about showing his size, and I was like, that's old TO01. That's him, all right. And so, but though I figured, maybe he'd somehow made it out alive. So I put in request after request to be, permission to leave. And everyone said I was crazy and that I was stupid to do so and that I would never be allowed out. Yet here I am. So hopefully I'll be able to find him.
I would also like to hopefully find him one of these days. But I am not sure how soon that might be.
Ah.
Because he could be considered my father, since he was the one who created me.
You don't say. Well, and he just kind of he's like, do you mind if I take a look?
No, I do not.
And without lifting up clothing, he takes a look at like your body parts and stuff like that, and your he's like, my word, look at you. Wow, he's even got. Could you just like move your arm for a second? And he like puts like his ear to your arm as you move, and it's just wonderful.
And I'm going to ask him if he has any potential leads on where he might be.
No. Well, if I knew anything about him, from what I heard, is that he was some kind of professor or at some kind of university. So that academia place might be a right spot to look, as well as the what is it that it's a place where the telescope is. Hold on.
Observatory?
Yes, that place. I'm pretty sure that I saw a map that had one of those on it. That would be a place to check out as well. I'm not very good with directions, so I was trying to find academia, and I ended up here. But there's just so many stories to be told, so I kind of lost the plot there.
We have a very good cartographer with us, if you'd like to tag along for an extended period. Since you're both looking for the same person, right, Severance?
I do not see why he couldn't come with us, since we are looking for the same person. It would actually make things easier to have another set of hands looking for, well, just to simplify it, one extra, like 2 people are better than 1.
Yes, 4 eyes are better than 2.
And 35 pairs of eyes are even better than that.
Exactly. We have plenty of eyes to look for things, and ears, and hands, and feet. And even if you
and
don't...
globes.
And... Yes. And even if you don't have those things, I'm a decent inventor. I could try my hand at making one.
Hmm.
And or also too, it looks like how many infusions are you using? As he looks over to Avalon.
Oh, believe I think it's just 2.
Ah, all 2 are used up at the moment. Well, if you get more of those readily available, then I'm sure you'd be able to. Or if you just manage to make a mechanism outside of that, I'm sure you'll find something of use. You seem to be pretty good at what you do as well. But I'm sure you have so many projects that you're working on. Having an extra set of inventive hands to work on said project as well won't hurt. If you'll have me, I'd be happy to help search. But I'm afraid I cannot leave this town until we figure out this issue with the children. We have to think of the children, after all.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
The next generation should be protected.
Yes, the children are resources, as they say, I guess. Still, there's got to be a better way to say
Let's
that, right?
change that. I was going to say that slogan
That,
Very
doesn't quite
bad.
stick.
I do not know
Oh,
who came
potential
up with that
customers.
slogan, but personally think whoever came up with that slogan should maybe be
Yeah.
investigated by the authorities.
Or maybe just fired, right? Or like a stern talking to, and then just, I don't know. I would have liked to sit in on that board meeting when they discuss what to put as the slogan. Slogans change, right? Like that surely they can fix that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long it's been? Because I assume that would have been like the slogan of the city, but the fact that they haven't changed it.
Yeah, it kind of shows a lack of introspection, right? Unless it's a bit, right? Maybe it's a bit.
Well, if it is a bit, it seems to be a bit in bad taste.
Especially if there's kids missing. It's
Speaking of bad taste, the meat here has just been awful.
really. I had a meat pie and it was pretty decent.
I was making a joke about children being a resource. Anyway,
Oh, you don't think that no.
Well, Axon, I don't think we should
that's
be talking about this out loud.
that's what we're investigating, though.
Oh,
Glow up, your taste of sense or sense of taste is quite good, sure. Perhaps you could identify whether or not the meat here is being, and I'm sure you're not ashamed to be eating a child or two, surely.
what? Wait, I'm sorry. Did we turn to the one orc in this party and ask if he was eating children?
Out of character, out of character. I was gonna hold myself back from saying it, and then I thought, no, Needles will say it.
Yeah.
On second thought, that is in character.
Yeah.
What?
You can't say that.
Yeah, look at his tusk. He's clearly a sork, not some kind of nork.
Clearly. I know what that means. I'm sure we all do.
Right?
I'm not savage.
I start
He
patting
says-
Wolf on the back. He's like, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah, he's not savage, he says, while in hybrid werewolf form, I assume.
It's the duality of Glorb.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have your picture updated. But yeah, if anybody saw on the discussion board, you could see
Oh, yeah.
Orb's hybrid form.
Let me pull it
I
up.
think I
way up,
sent it
though.
in the chat, so you could definitely update that.
Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, let me find that and post it.
Anywho, I'm not sure if you had anything left to discuss, Severance, Haka, and Axon, but I believe the next plan was to go to the theater, and we could take a couple stops along the way. if anyone needs to make a purchase or two.
I would like to check out the this pet store, because if they are selling panthers, I wonder what kind of other animals they would have.
That's a good question. I'm not sure any of them will be nearly as impressive as Esteban. He's a seasoned veteran and an intelligent beast.
Ow.
Yes, well, even if they aren't, I am hoping to get an animal companion that I can have assist with my duties as an archbishop.
Let's stop there on our way then, unless anybody has objections.
Nope.
I suppose we end up leaving Winch and Timmel maybe to freshen up or hang out in the castle.
All right. So you start heading, and then sorry, one sec. I got distracted because I was like dragging the. Oh, that's why. What in the hell? Why did the image get so fucked up?
Yeah, I don't know what you did. Did you make sure the image was square?
Oh, maybe that's why. I don't think the image is
Because
square.
I always make sure mine are completely square.
Yeah.
That's probably why it
Yeah.
got squished. You know, Squish Glorb, he looks
Here, I can
only slightly
unsquish.
less menacing.
That looks hella squid.
He got hella squish. Here, let me make him.
Well, now he's wide. That's wide Glorb.
Now he's squashed.
I honestly, this is appropriate. I think this is appropriate proportion.
I hope
You
you guys
know,
like the
I
design.
would rather have a squashed glorb than a squished glorb, but maybe a squish squashed is better.
Oh God. All right. I'm gonna have to mess with that later. I hate it.
Nice design, I gotta say.
I like the design. I just need to make it so the token works. But anyway, there we go. Okay, shoot, got distracted. So heading to the marketplace. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, I said heading. There we go. So the party's heading to the marketplace,
Is Esteban still with us? Or would he have headed off with Enki? Okay, he's just hanging out with us.
and oh right, Anki's technically the one that bought him. So kind of pause for a moment. Look, realize that Anki's not here, but have like one of those moments where it just like pauses, head whips around for a moment, and then he'll bound off.
I mean,
If you end up finding him,
beforehand.
Oh, we're talking about the panther.
yes, Esteban.
Yeah.
I was confused for a moment and thought Enki purchased an actual person.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Speaking of greatest resource,
Uh,
I don't think we're in the place
Maybe
for that.
that's what they meant.
eh?
They do say that the children yearn for the mines.
and we're not far from the mines.
also did Timmel and Winch come with us, or are they staying at the castle?
Good point. Timmel will stay at. Well, I think because Timmel initially said he was going to go to the theater, so he'll join you guys for now.
Well, he wasn't here last session either. I don't
Oh, you're so. Wait, was he? I thought he was.
was I?
Because he
The-
briefly
the-
assisted
beforehand.
Enki with the.
That was the previous session.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a session prior to that. Oh.
I think he just had his token tag along with us, but he never interacted.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just have him with you guys for now. It doesn't.
That's all right. That helps us in case we get into a scuffle.
Yeah. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. I was like, oh no, you're on top of him, but it's like, yeah, that's by design. You ride with Terra. Just kind of have the hammock set between Terra's little ear things. All right. So, as you go into the marketplace, there's a variety of different places that you can shop. Places selling like candies, little metal rods that seem to glow and light up. And as you're looking around, you do see the stand that seems to be selling animals. There's a variety of cats, birds, dogs, and they seem to be in kennels and cages. And the guy's like, "Oh, hi. Remember, no returns." Oh, your friend's not here. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We just brought a couple more friends since your business last time was so benevolent. We thought it was only right to bring you more business.
Yes. Thank you. Wow. Yeah.
And I mean, I wasn't with the rest of my buddies here when they first stopped by and wanted to check out your wares.
Oh. Yeah. Of course. Sure. I have a variety of animals. And then if there's any animal in specific you're looking for, I do have a collector who's in the field. He's mainly a hunter, but every once in a while, if I'm running low on animals to sell, I'll ask if he can collect any. So, if there's a specific you're looking for.
You wouldn't happen to have any bears, would you?
That's kind of a dangerous animal. I could.
But a panther's very safe, of course.
No, it's not. It's not. The panther's not safe, but it's. I mean, I'm sure you guys are. Look, no refunds. But I mean, look, I could try to see if a bear could get captured, but that's going to be pretty expensive. You can't just capture a bear. It's not
Well,
easy.
I was just asking.
Oh,
because
sorry. Yes.
I am looking for a animal that is close in nature with the moon. And
like a.
bears are typically linked with the moon, so I was just asking.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I guess you could do like a owl. That's kind of like a nighttime animal. I'm sure I got an owl around here somewhere.
As he was talking about being linked to the moon, Needles landed on his shoulder and then morphed into his full wolf form, and then starts howling. Although it looks less like a wolf and more like a fennec fox. But
Yeah.
there's now fennec fox on your shoulder, howling severance.
And he's
Yeah.
like,
what kind of owls do you have?
Needles is
well,
gonna go mope.
we have like a barn owl, a standard barn owl, and then, but it's really, we could try to get others found, but it's really just gonna be a barn owl. We have the great brown owl as well. Making sure that's not the same thing. Because I know the great brown owl, but is that just another name for barn owl? No, thank God. That was about to be very embarrassing. I need to play more of Wingspan so I can learn my birds better. But wait a minute, where's... No, I'm looking for the great... There's an owl that's like, has like big or grand or something in its name, and it's actually insanely small. Yeah, well.
Great
Anyway.
horned owl?
No, the horned
That's
owl
big.
is big. And that's what's showing up when I look up great brown owl. Oh, well, whatever. God, I used to know
An
this. too.
elf owl is the tiniest one, 1.4 ounces.
Nice. Yeah, he'll definitely have one of those. Let me look one of those up. Elf. Oh, yeah, thanks for listening in on all my conversations, Google.
It does. It really,
Yeah,
really
maybe
does.
look at Screech Owl.
Nah. I like.
Does he have a hoot hoot?
Yeah. What type of owl's a hoot hoot?
It's a Pokemon.
I know, but it's based off something.
I mean, I'm looking at like types of true owls, and if I had to like guess which of them was Hoot Hoot was based off of, I'd have to say a tawny owl.
It just says like, oh, it's AI overview, so I'm not sure how. Oh, horned owl is the closest, according to Bulbapedia. an
Oh,
AI
wait,
overview says a clock
could-
and an owl.
Could be a burrowing owl.
Huh? Man. Let's see.
Huh.
Combine.
Fuck is
Oh
gonna
yeah.
look-
Particularly the Eurasian eagle owl, according to here. Now what? It's all right. Whatever. Anyway, moving on.
These horned owls are handsome. I got a picture here that it's just a handsome owl. I wish I had hair like that.
Oh yeah,
Post
yeah.
it in the Discord in general, or discussion board.
I can't drag it, unfortunately.
Akko's gonna look around at the animals and then turn to look at Wisp and ask, "Do you want a new friend?"
And our little sheepy, will be like, hello there. I am not opposed to having a new friend. Nor am
Oh, I wasn't asking the owl. I was asking Wisp,
Oh.
my pseudo dragon.
So just okay. Friend.
I would
I'm buying the owl then.
And just kind of starts bobbing
Wait.
its head.
really. You're gonna
buy-
steal the owl from me?
Look,
Wait,
if you
buying
want
it.
it, you can have it. It
Another
just
auction.
It misunderstood me asking my pseudo dragon.
Oh, right. You don't
And
even
was
speak
talking.
animal. It couldn't respond to you.
It happened in his mind.
Yeah, wait a minute.
That's what he imagined the owl would
Yeah,
have
yeah,
said.
yeah. It didn't actually
Uh,
speak in your mind. That is something I
I
have to
would-
specify.
I would
Okay,
like.
you just started talking, so I assumed it was just speaking common.
To
No,
be fair, that seems like something Esteban would do, but I don't think.
yeah. no.
Oh, silly DM.
Whoopsies.
So before I like
No, you
get
can
the
take it.
owl, I want to just ask, since owls could be tied to the moon, would I be able to speak with it, or like would I be able to make it a familiar? Because I don't know if clerics can have familiars.
I don't think they can.
Technically, the spell Find Familiar isn't something the clerics can learn.
Yeah. But
I think it's just wizards.
there's
Because I would
nothing
like.
saying you
I-
can't dip into druid.
Oh yeah, I guess a druid.
Because that is
Also
a wisdom
wisdom.
caster.
And it's full spellcaster.
And it's full spellcaster. And there is a druid of the stars, which kind of works with the moon and the stars and such. So
I might
Is-
go with that just so I can actually like talk to my familiar.
Hmm.
But for now, you could just have an owl. Can't really chat with it, but wherever, if where Enki's all the way over there, but you could eventually see if Enki would be willing to translate for you.
And if we get some money, we might be able to find a magic item
Mhm.
that allows speak with animals. Those typically exist. We'll have to. It's up to Chef whether we can find one.
Actually, a druid of the stars and Twilight Domain cleric. Yeah. Do I have to wait till we hit level 6 to?
Yeah, it's and if you're like looking at it and you want to slightly respec, that's fine. I know I was like a little hesitant to full allow, but if it's like a both potential canonic, we can discuss it outside of session.
Okay. I would like to take care of this owl. Would
yeah.
how much are you asking?
Well, I'm asking. Let's see. For this fine specimen. Nope. That is, in fact, a price for an owl bear.
Might be a bit more
Is it
expensive.
secretly an owl bear?
No.
All right. Like, whoa.
So it's like, well,
Now I want an owl bear.
Right.
that would
He was
probably
asking
be.
for a bear earlier.
Once we find a bear, Needles will
One.
solve it. I'll do
Made-
procedure.
Put them together and make an owl bear.
That will be 50 gold.
The panther, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I know you wanted to get rid of the panther badly, but the panther you asked 8 gold,
Mm-hmm.
and the owl's 50.
Yeah.
How does
It's
that
the
make any
owl.
sense right now?
Well, this is a very nice owl. Very well
If-
trained.
I'll
And
detect magic.
Yeah, detect
Is it
magic?
magical? It's just a normal owl.
It is a regular owl.
I will.
If
convey
I
that to
didn't
Severus.
know any better, I'd think you were trying to scam me.
No, you're not the one I was trying to scam. And I'm hesitant to say scam, right? Was trying to get a thing off my hands. I think I was pretty open about that.
To be fair, he was open when you weren't here. Esteban, who seems to have pranced off after Enki, was apparently a dangerous specimen that
Yes.
he didn't want. But he seems quite kind. I'm not sure what danger he might have.
He was able
but
to get
yeah,
out of his cage at will.
That's impressive. That's a skill.
That is
That's desirable.
terrifying. To just
I would have charged twice as much.
no, you can't put it in a cage. It's a panther that just can't be kept in a cage. It could just
It
eat you
speaks
whenever
wolf.
it wanted. It speaks what? I'm not gonna go into this. I don't think I should go into this anymore.
Well, how do you capture a panther? First of all,
Friend!
Let's say that this owl cost 50 gold. If I were to, let's say, pay 100, would you be able to get your acquaintance to capture a bear for me, and we can call it a package deal?
It's 500 gold for a bear.
You know, I think you are a scam artist.
To
But
be
you know
fair,
what though? I've been thinking on it, and I just remembered the price of a horse. And I am charging a bit much for this owl. So
how much do you
Ap-
charge for a horse?
the bear's price stays. Honestly, I think I should charge 600 for it. But the charge for this owl definitely should go down to 10 gold.
To be fair, is it a trained owl?
It's a trained owl. I'm not going
That's
lower than
quite
well.
nice.
So 10 gold feels fair. I could probably go to 15 gold, but I do appreciate you guys getting that panther off my hands. So I am inclined to give you a better deal with this 10 gold. And I feel bad for initially saying 50, which was definitely a wrong price.
It gets confusing selling so many
Well,
different animals.
I mean, you
It
do.
sounds so similar.
I guess you do have quite a bit of variety on your hands, so I'm sure it is. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were just misremembering different prices.
Yes, no. I had no
I-
intention of giving you a wrong price.
I will. 10 gold is definitely fair, and I am willing to pay it.
All right. And he'll take the 10 gold and give you the owl.
All right.
And
How do I make a token for my
here.
owl?
So there's a couple ways we can do it. So you can just find a picture on the web if you want to use it, and you can just send it in the chat.
Of a barn owl? Yeah.
Or yeah, barn owl.
Above Game Cat asks, is this whole business considered poaching?
Probably. I mean,
I'm trying to find a good
let
one.
me see what the specific definition of poaching is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one.
Well, so this implies that there are laws against or for it.
Yeah. Which we don't really know the laws
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, if they don't have hunting laws, it's not poaching. It's just
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
range.
capture.
Because I didn't want to say that in game
Mhm.
and not like know fully.
Yeah, and make I don't know,
I
history
put the image for the token,
Is
and
that just a reflection off to the left there? Because that straight up looks like another face.
check? Where?
Where?
Picture that
It's
Severance just
Severance's
sent
image.
in the
Oh.
Discord.
you know,
It's a
see,
door.
it's
door
good that
looks
you
like-
brought that up because that's actually the haunted door from the Door Stuck video.
Interesting.
Mm.
All right,
As
I
in
will.
step door, I'm stuck.
No, you don't
Huh?
know the
No,
CS:GO Door Stuck video?
The
I've never
classic.
seen that,
Yeah,
no.
door stuck. Door stuck.
When a guy gets
Genuine
Bombastic.
deathmatch.
Wait, is this gonna pop up here? I want to. Oh, chat needs to see that bombastic side eye from the horned owl.
you see in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so good. This whole front of a good picture.
that owl looks like he's about to offer you either the greatest side quest of all time, or you're about to get jumped.
Nah, that's clearly just like your power level
There you
is
go.
too low for him to want to talk to you.
I know this clip. I know this clip. I do know the clip.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's see.
It's classic.
Oh God.
It is a classic. You're right. You're right. I was just trying to associate it with the picture, and it doesn't look. Anyway.
That's right. All right, let's see. Oh man, it won't allow this file. All right, I have to do things. Anyway, I'll go back to that later. So, yeah, you now have the owl, and for now, I'll just pull it up here. There we go. We're just gonna do, boop. There we go.
Also, I will say that a second class of dipping into Druid of the Stars works. Ooh, wait, no.
There we go.
Just say, I think I figured. I didn't see it on the official
I-
D&D wiki, but I do want to play a Myconid Druid Circle of Spores.
What Circle of Spores
Very
is? That's Tasha's. That's perfectly legit.
Yeah, I
So
think
Yeah,
that's
the-
but
circle of-
Myconid is homebrew, I think.
Oh.
I'm not seeing the actual
Right.
race Myconid on here.
Oh, the race. Oh, that could be
The-
a discussion for later, but that's
the,
something I'd allow for sure.
The thing is, didn't I when we were doing the wolf fights, I remember bringing up that like for when I use what was it? The Sacred
Flame.
Flame, that's actually the Moon Maiden throwing a piece of moon rock
Chunk of
down.
Yeah,
moon rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
mean curveball.
Uh, I think the moon and stars would work real well. The only problem is I'm not sure I have an item that would tie in, so I we just have to respec and do and figure
Yeah,
some stuff
we
out.
can.
But
Yeah, and we can discuss that more off stream, on the side. But yeah, we can fiddle with some stuff and make it work. But
oh, you're not
Hmm?
you're not using the very cute picture of that barn owl.
Huh? Oh no, I'm going to. This is just a temporary fix, and then I'll go back in and
Oh,
change
okay.
it. Mm-hmm.
Perhaps the reason behind him gaining levels in Druid could be explained by his taking care of the owl
Exactly.
that he bought.
And
It
trying
could
to
be
be-
like Moon Maiden blessing me with the more knowledge of nature and stuff.
mhm.
Well, I think Druids is just straight up nature itself blessing
Sorry,
you.
is there a reason specifically Star Druid and not Moon Druid? There's
Oh yeah, there
circle
is
of the moon.
technically
Is-
Moon Druid.
Is there?
Yeah,
I need to check 5e real quick.
Yeah,
It is,
Circle of
to
the
be
Moon.
fair, though.
The main thing
The
is
theme is
Circle of the
mostly
Moon
about-
focuses on animals becoming an animal, really, whereas Circle of the
Oh, yeah.
Stars is more spiritual, focusing on celestial body.
Yeah, the name is closer, but in actual theme, Circle of Stars is
Yeah.
probably closer to the Moon Maiden's worship.
I think Circle of Moon probably comes from like werewolf.
Kind of ish,
with
yeah.
the moon. I would assume that's where that comes
More
from.
of that vibe, yeah, because it's transforming into an animal.
Yeah, that's the one I play in our Baldur's Gate
Yeah,
thing together.
Mind you,
Reverence.
still a very good, very strong.
Yeah.
But also, if you're gonna multi-class with a cleric, I mean, honestly. Anyway, I digress. But so you have purchased an owl. And he's like, well, good making business with you. Is there anything else I could sell to you? Would you like to buy anything? Anyone else wish to purchase an animal? I got plenty of fine beasts.
If Wisp will point out an animal that it wants as a friend that is not that owl, I'm
It'll
open for it as long as I've got the gold.
it'll point at a little terrarium that has a gecko in it. Like, bah.
Sure,
Fine.
I'll take that gecko.
He's like, yeah, if you want just the gecko, that's only going to be 1 silver. But if you want the terrarium with it, that's going to be 15 gold.
Do I have a place to store the terrarium is the thing. I don't think
We
I
have
do.
carts.
How large
do
is
have-
it?
It's fairly
Oh,
humane.
we have carts?
Yeah, you guys
We
got
have a
carts.
couple carts.
Yeah, I
and
got
we'll
a couple
probably
carts.
pick up more on our
Oh,
way
I
out. town.
completely forgot we had carts.
We don't have them with
Yeah, I'll
us.
just
They're
take-
at the stables.
You'd
I'll
have to
just
lug
take
it
it
around
then.
a little bit for now until you brought it back
No,
to the...
for now. Until
Yeah.
I bring it back to our
Castle.
lodging in the castle. For
Yeah.
now.
He's like,
Are you
all
just
right.
gonna pay the
Yeah, I'll take the whole terrarium. I've got more than 15 gold, I think.
Yep, just make
know
sure you
Hawk
have the
doesn't
15,
gamble.
and then get rid of the
The
15.
thing is,
Can't sacrifice character sheet is the thing.
Oh, you're so right. See, I told you you'd have to remind me. So
I'm gonna need to save up gold to get a bear at some point because I only have
Well, that
187.
can be one of your long-term goals.
Why spend gold when we could capture one ourselves?
Or you could just capture one yourself.
I happen to have a bit of experience in traveling and capturing various creatures.
Well, Needles, if you would want to assist in the acquiring of the bears, I wouldn't argue or disagree with that.
And then we'll just have to see what I can do about bringing about an owl bear, surely.
the needles.
Well, I mean, if we are hunting bears, we could also, maybe try and find an owl bear too before going in and just trying to create.
Not exactly what I meant, but we'll work on it.
Well,
Anyway,
I
we
mean,
should find
if-
the children first and visit the theater.
Yes, I just am saying that surely if we were going to make a chimera, we'd want more powerful beasts.
It's true. Good point.
Real quick.
You say something, Glorb?
I'm just laughing because you said chimera and now this kids are resources and I don't know. I got full metal. in my
I see.
Word. Needles. Let's see. Oh wait, Needles, you don't. I thought you had a forgotten memory around here. Oh, that's how you do the forgotten memories. Got it. That's funny. Okay. So Needles, give me a history check.
History. Okay, +8. Oh my heavens. Do I spend my 1 DM inspiration? You know what? I just want to get rid of it.
Oh.
No, never mind. I'll just stay.
Yeah, 14 is actually high enough for this, because I think you have a couple memories related. So you never worked on it personally, but you might have worked on some of samples that came from its body. But back at the lab you worked at, there was a bear that had been captured. that was used for research for grafting magic too and such. And like working with necrotic and like turning a semi or like creating essentially a zombified bear that could still be healed with healing magic. It's like a bear with
Sounds pleasant.
regenerative abilities. And
Well, I've got experience with bears, so if we end up finding one, I know exactly how to work with it and give it only the most pleasant of experiences. I say to Severance.
Yes, but we don't really want to create a super strong bear hybrid that
for
is
yourself.
angry with us. I
Speak
am
for
not
yourself.
I am not opposed to making one. I just don't want to make one that is angry with us from the start.
Well, we'll have to see if Esteban can speak bear, and then we can get consent.
Well, I think if Esteban can speak wolf, surely they can speak bear.
Bit of an assumption, but we'll see. Anyway, to the theater, unless we have anything left in the market to do.
Actually, Glorb wants to know, would a horse be helpful?
Once we leave town.
if you want to buy a horse, you'd actually have to go to the stables.
Glorb doesn't want to walk. Okay, let's go to the theater.
Hawk is going to say, I don't know about all of you, but I would like to get this terrarium back to our lodging at the castle.
We'll meet you at the theater.
Uh,
Won't take too long.
Anki, during laps, will meet up, and unless you, like, your character specifically wanted to do something as well at the castle, he can deliver it back for you really quick.
I don't think I trust Enki to do that. I don't think my character
No.
does.
That's fair. For some reason, he has a very trustworthy look on his face.
No, Hawk is fine just taking it back herself.
Just flying it back. Fair.
We'll meet you at the theater.
Yeah, we'll just have you meet back up. Or I guess Winch could do it. He could take it back for you. He's trustworthy.
Yeah, sure. Winch is trustworthy.
Yes. So
For giving me a
Command is
reason not
trustworthy.
to not trust him by stealing from me.
What happened? What do you do to Needles?
I was trying to fix it. I was trying to fix it. I'm trying
I'm
to.
appropriately tiny
smaller.
now. Why am I? Why Needles?
Why Needle's Needle?
I have to zoom all the way in, and even then I can barely tell that that's Needles.
I fucked
Needles.
up, guys. I gotta be honest. I fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what?
so hard.
There we go. Thank you. All right. Party goes to the theater.
I
So
think it's your time to shine, Glorb.
yeah, Glorb. You see the theater, and oh god, I keep squishing and stretching people. What am I? I am a monster. He's not even supposed to be.
Our
here.
interaction with that eldritch being in the gardens is just twisted reality. People are stretching and
Clearly.
distorting.
Oops.
Oh, do we have one of the goblins with us?
Yeah, we have Tibble.
Yeah, not just a
Yeah, that's-
goblin.
He's here for the performance, or
Yes.
potential performance, depending.
And
Oh.
so as you enter the theater, you do hear the music start to, kind of come to a bit of a hush as the children are all starting to go, oh, and a door below the theater seems to open, and some guards walk up from the hatch, and a elderly woman carrying a very large book climbs up from the hatch, surrounded by guards, and as she puts the giant book on a very large little pedestal that is in front of a very cozy chair, and she goes, "Now, who who's ready for a story? And all the kids are like, yeah, story, story, story. And she's like, now, let's see, and begins flipping through the pages. And as she does, she's like, I believe I have a good one right here. And as she's about to read it, the attendant who you saw at the castle approaches one of the guards. Anyone with a passive perception of 15 just sees this automatically. But since you guys are all looking at the theater, you could also make an active perception roll.
Well, I see it, so we're good.
Yeah. Perception.
So,
Sight.
yeah. There is a stage. I like to think you're like sitting next to Severance, and like his new bird just keeps flapping its wings. It's like smacking you by accident, making it difficult for you to see. And so those who are able to see, you're not able to make out what she says, because I don't think you guys have the thing that lets you read lips. If you do, let me know.
Oh yeah?
Oh my god, do you?
Yeah?
Glorb
What
has
about
keen
my
hearing.
but I'm saying, but what about my fucking keen hearing?
Oh my god.
Wolf hearing.
Yeah, make a
Sure.
perception check.
Yep.
With advantage.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
advantage.
Unless technically I would have advantage if it's hearing as well.
Jesus!
Werewolf hearing, guys.
Canon. That's canon right there, baby.
Well,
Oh
alright then.
yeah, Bartholomew
Bartholomew.
listens.
Yeah.
He listens real good.
So, Bartholomew, you hear her say to the guard, You have to inform her. Today's story has to include the importance of not accepting candy for free from strangers, and how it can be very dangerous. However, if you eat candy, you need to eat your vegetables in order to get healthy again, and all will be better. And the guard just kind of nods, like, that's a lot. That's a lot that she's gonna have to put in. Do we have a delay? Story time's about to start now. Can we make it the next story? And she goes, no, it has to happen now. And he's like, oh. And she's like, look. And she points briefly towards Tibbles. We're apparently paying him to do a performance. Have him come on board to give her time to work up a new story. And he's like, got it. And then she slips into the away. The attendant slips away, and the guard goes forward and goes, and there seems to be a little block that has some magical runes on it, and it seems to be casting Prestidigitation. So he himself doesn't have this spell, but he has an item that does it for him. And so, which was also how the elderly woman was able to project her voice. And using it, he goes, sorry, it seems that there's been a last minute, she forgot her glasses, and she's wearing her long distance glasses, not her reading glasses. She wanted to try to read the story for you, but was a bit too embarrassed. But there also is a performer here who's new, who'd love to see you kids. Who here wants to see a fun goblin perform? And everyone's like, I kind of wanted to... Some kids are pretty hyped, but some are like, I kind of wanted to hear the story.
I'll cast Minor Illusion in the crowd to start making it sound like the kids are excited.
And then as they hear the sounds of excited kids, more of them start getting excited. So like, oh yeah, if they're excited, I'm excited. And he points, come on down. And Tim was like, huh, that's me, guys. That's me.
In his and Glorb's minds, before he goes, could this perhaps be a performance with Tibbles and his two large wolves, 23 and Glorb?
I'm gonna just like shake my head, like, yeah.
probably transform out of sight, though, if that's the plan. Unless you want to terrify everyone, but perhaps that's the intent.
All things with costume.
And Tibbles, do you say that in Tibble's head as well?
Yeah, to everybody, but specifically addressing Glorb and Tibbles.
Gotcha. And yeah, Tibble's like, he'll nod and he'll approach this and he'll like scramble up to the stage. Like, yes, for my performance, it'll be both music, but who here likes dogs? And the kid's like, yeah, I love dogs. Yeah, I'm a cat person, but I like dogs too. He's like, okay, so as you can see, I am a bit of a small guy, but I am goblin, so we are normally small. Wow, this is a big crowd. Crowds make me nervous, but my dogs get me calm. How about my dogs come up and join me for this performance? It's Tibble and the dogs. And he'll kind of like nervously look around.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
being
God.
himself a little bit. Actually, hold on. I have a DM inspiration. Hold on. All right. So he's not pissing himself, but he is a bit nervous.
I guess
Let's see.
Haka will cheer for
The
him.
real question is there a spot to transform unnoticed? Like behind the stage or something?
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna
there's
have to head
wings.
out
There's
now.
wings.
Unfortunately, I can't stay any longer.
No worries. Have a good
Okay.
night.
You too.
Uh,
I'll see you next
good luck.
session.
See ya.
Next Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Friday again.
Not next
Oh
Friday,
no,
but
is
the
it
Friday
not
after.
next Friday? Every
Yeah.
other Friday.
Yeah, and we can
right.
have discussion of potentially Tuesday.
But you guys might do a side session.
Yeah, and
also.
there might be a side session
Yeah,
at some point.
we'll
but-
talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I
See ya.
I can actually do a side session for myself. One of the next three next three Thursdays, because my summer course, even though it's Monday through Thursday each week, the teacher doesn't have classes for the next 3 weeks because 2 of them are test days and one of them they couldn't get a substitute for a summer course.
Oh,
So
okay, cool. So we might then meet potentially next Tuesday. We'll talk in the chat.
I do not have the ability to join Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. So it'd just be at some point, but we can. I'll let you go. We'll discuss more discussion board, schedule board. I appreciate the heads up. All right, and with that, and also too in discussion board, I just posted I just realized. So you know what I mean.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so there's wings to the stage because it's a thrust stage, so it has an apron with that slightly goes into the house. Because I know it looks almost like a partial round theater, based on the imaging, but if I'm gonna do a theater in the round, it's gonna be full round, not partial. So it's definitely gonna be more of a thrust. Everyone does thrust these days.
I bet.
But so yeah, so there are wings that you could run off to the side, because that's also right. She kind of came out of the wings when she went to talk to the guard and then the attendant. So you could kind of run up, go into the wings, transform, then come out.
Well, that was the plan. I was gonna say I was gonna go to a wing and then transform, I guess.
I was gonna follow Glorb and see if there's a place where like stage techs would hang out, and if I could cast illusions unseen from there to help.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Even you could even stay behind the wings, because you can't really be seen by the audience in the behind the wings or in the wings.
Yeah, just in case they roll really poorly, I'll have illusions on
That's
deck
fair
to help.
too.
Yeah. So this will be Glorb. I guess it probably should just be little Tibbs, huh? Glorb, give me what role do you want to do here? Because I guess you're technically not. Do you want to do like an athletics or acrobatics role? Because like, what are you doing for this performance? Are you singing? Are you doing tricks?
Ooh, definitely gonna be doing flips and stuff.
Yeah, so that's pretty acrobatic. We'll say acrobatics. So give me an acrobatics roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
19, not bad. And then little Tibbs, I'll say you're essentially kind of using the illusions to kind of help
Probably.
action, maybe. To like auto-tune his voice.
Oh, or I was gonna say because he doesn't have. Does he play an instrument?
Because
otherwise I'll.
put on a beat for him.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
minor
he
illusion.
just rap, doesn't he? They all just rap.
Yeah, he's just kind of rapping.
Yeah, so I'll start a beat for him if that's all right.
Okay. And then, all right, so he gets this with advantage.
And then I assume Glorb has advantage with 23's help.
And yeah,
Wolfie.
and he already got a 19. That's pretty decent.
Oh yeah, right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Wolfie is assisting. All right. Oh, he's proficient. There we go.
Those Avalon plays music too.
That's true. Why didn't they invite Avalon on? The performer.
We forgot. It was
You
quick.
have a performer with you.
I mean, that's the job from crashing the party, you know.
You can
So
join him midway.
little Tibbs does pretty good with the help of with the beat. He's talking about the dogs are his boys, the homeboys are his dogs.
He does well. He's also casting illusions is going to be feeding slightly more, tamed down versions of the lines
Yes.
into his mind, so he doesn't say anything too
Yes,
profane.
lewd, and
the
yeah,
kid.
because he's definitely about like you, and you like you provide like live action censoring to when he swears. Like,
Oh God.
like you're able to put like a bleep to it. So it's like
Like
and-
redirect.
uh,
Remember,
and-
don't take candy from strangers.
Yeah.
Incorporate these elements. Don't take candy from strangers. Eat your veggies.
oh,
Very important.
do you like tell him to add that to the
Yeah,
song?
that was what I was trying to get at. Is like move
Which
him
is
away
funny
from
because they don't
saying
know we heard.
saying
But
moving him away from saying Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, and just swearing a bunch.
mhm.
More towards being productive.
Yeah, and specifically talking about that. Yeah. Okay.
Although actually, well, would Needles have heard that? Because I did have advantage on here.
You had advantage on it because of your
Okay,
it's
so that was
hearing.
my natural.
So
okay,
you
I did
also
that.
got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
So
the.
yeah,
nat.
I would.
imagine
I
you
would
heard
do.
it,
I,
but you didn't see.
Yeah. You didn't see Jack, but you heard it.
I would direct him on that then.
Okay. So with that, let me do a quick to GM roll.
To GM.
Mm-hmm.
That's whether the kids die of excitement.
All right.
Fucking
And so, yeah, as you guys finish the performance, the kids they really enjoy it. They're having a blast, and the guard approaches who like did the announcing. He's like, thank you. Now, oh wait, what's her name? I need to stop just calling her old lady. Where's her name?
Agatha,
But she's old lady.
Griselda.
Let's see.
Janine.
Oh, now
Miss
Grandma
Frisbee.
Stora has found her reading glasses and is ready for the next story. Thank our friend Tibble. He's like, for his performance. Tibble and the dogs. Dogs. Is that not what I said?
In his mind. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly a little bit towards the stage, and to Severance and Avalon, in their minds, I'm gonna say, start an encore chant. Like, start stomping your feet. Get an encore. We need to get paid.
We already paid already.
We need to get paid
I-
more.
I'm going to start saying encore, encore, encore.
Make a persuasion roll.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I will help.
that's a good one because I'm pretty sure persuasion is.
Charisma.
Did Avalon say help?
Oh damn!
Yeah, but
I
Avalon's
thought.
doing the help action.
Yeah,
I-
so we can help.
Well, if it's help, that's advantage, right?
Correct.
Well, I have a 0 modifier, so it is what it is.
17.
You know, that's a pretty good one. It could have
Yeah,
been a
good.
whole lot
God,
worse.
it could have been a lot worse. Yikes. So, yeah, a couple of kids are like, yeah, encore, and some are like, oh, but Storing's like, now, don't worry, kids. He'll be here for plenty of time, so there'll be time for him to do more performances later. And they're like, okay, and don't worry, he will be performing later. And they're like, yay! And then he goes up and he goes, hey, I really appreciate you guys doing that. That makes things so much easier for us. I didn't realize you guys already got the memo. They just now told me that. I appreciate that you guys at least were on board. I don't recognize you either. Are you new hires or?
We are working with.
This is actually so specifically because the only people on the stage at the moment. This is to Glorb and.
I thought you came up to the back. I was like,
Yeah, this is to Glorb and Needles because Tibble is already like round into the crowd going nuts. So this
I was
is
actually gonna say right as the performance was coming to an end and the encore was not happening, I was gonna like smoke screen with silent illusion to give them a chance to like get backstage.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I can transform back real quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can transform.
And so so you're backstage, yes. So then
But I would have since encore didn't work, I would call everybody else backstage.
Oh, okay. So
as
full
long
party.
as they're within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
just since it seems like we're having a conversation with the guard.
yeah. Okay. So never mind then. So by all means, Avalon, continue.
I was saying, we were helping the king and the advisor Sandara with issues they're having. And again, this is down low, so I can't really talk about it.
No. Hey, look, I get it. A lot of need to know basis. So okay, no, that's fair. Well, you guys did a great job today. If I'll definitely put in a good word for you guys. I mean, my word doesn't really mean much. You'll probably get like a free coffee or something. But hey, it's still nice. But all right. Yeah, awesome. That was a great job, you guys.
I suppose something you could do to help is to just make sure your fellows know that we are intended to be asking around, and if we're, asking too many questions, trying to question children, that we're holding some sort of investigation, and that we shouldn't be bothered too much on that.
Yeah, no. I'll try to help spread the word. 'Cause I know, unfortunately, there's not like they're still trying to work on like a formal newsletter. It hasn't really. They do
And
morning
this
huddles.
isn't really something they want in the news, so keep it on the down low.
You know what? That's probably part of it. Well, no, like a newsletter just to the guards. Like at the shift change, they put it on a board where most people hang their armor and stuff like that. But so many guards
is
these
so
days.
much better than Harbor Town, really. And I looked at the group. These people are on top of things.
Oh well, I mean, we have a city to run, right? You kind of have to be organized. What? How is Arbor Town like?
There are 4 guards, and we took one of them. Official king's business, of course.
He's like, oh.
They don't have a.
So
their own program.
Needles snuck us back, right?
Yeah, you guys are backstage. at
Yeah,
this point.
I asked everybody
Okay,
to come
then
back.
I want to quickly add to that how the guards were and say, well, they actively destroyed a murder scene without giving it really any thought.
Oh, they don't have.
So,
huh. I mean, that's technically the work of the investigators, not the guards. But maybe that's why they got it wrong, or did they not even have investigators?
We were the investigators at the time.
Oh.
I don't even know why they even were there to mess with the scene to begin with.
That, huh? I mean, I heard Arbortown was a bit of a, you know, I don't want to be mean, but for lack of better words, kind of a rundown a bit of the boonies, but I didn't realize it was like that. Jeez.
And we don't even know if the guards actually got paid the entire time.
I don't know if they were paid and if they, because it seemed like they didn't really care.
That sounds rough. That sounds rough. I mean, I guess if it's worked so far, I suppose, but that
It hasn't.
uh,
There was a Gorgon problem and an assassination and goblins.
goblin.
yeah, I was about to say well, all right. I shouldn't get, and with all the work we do, there are still things that slip through the cracks. So I shouldn't be too judgmental.
Yeah, some of
but
those
still.
greatest resources just slipping through the crack. It's a
Yeah.
shame when resources do that.
Yeah, that's
Well, the thing is, from what we've seen so far, even though some things aren't going as you want them to, you're still putting in an effort to make things better, which is honestly better than we can say for the guards that we met in Arbortown.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. We really
At
do
the
what we
very
can.
least.
And it's nice getting that appreciation. A lot of times, people are thinking we're just kind of here to stand around and look menacing, but I'm actually glad.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Standing around looking menacing, you've done a good job at keeping the children from entering an eldritch deity in the right wing of the east wing of the maze. So
I'm
that's
sorry,
helping.
what?
He's making a joke.
The eldritch deity end.
The end of the maze in the right side, since no one can go in there.
I thought there was
The
nothing
end of
there.
all things and all time.
Yeah, there's nothing.
void
Oh yeah,
that consumes all.
there is literally nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing there at all.
I hate this city.
And we're not being like,
No, I know.
we're literally saying there is a void.
Yes, no, I believe you. I mean, I guess I don't know what's worse, this or Arbortown. At least Arbortown, you know what you're dealing with. God, this sucks. Well, no, I'm staying positive. It's fine. It's contained, probably, right? It's contained?
Yes, it's contained.
Oh.
Whatever's there is contained.
By the divine. Okay. Whew. Alright, yeah,
Though I would say if you want to go around smelling candy, making sure it doesn't smell cursed, anything like that, that could also be helpful.
Yeah, actually, you guys did great. That on top of Stora's story, I think they should be fine. Because we actually have, I guess there's some vendors getting ready to sell like steamed broccoli and like a variety of like spinach dip and stuff. Things that have vegetables technically in them. The kids will still think it's vegetables. They'll be fine. So, no, I think we should be doing well. So, yeah, no, I appreciate the work you guys did here. And look forward to the next concert. It was actually pretty entertaining, too. That was good stuff. So, whatever your pay is, consider asking for a raise, because that was good.
We will, don't you worry.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Thank you,
course.
sir.
And, hey, have you guys thought of going to Star City? I hear they have... they don't have one of their talent scouts here just yet. Every once in a while, they might send one. I'll let you guys know if they send a scout here.
We're thinking about getting there eventually, but we do have some other things we are trying to take care of on our way there.
No, of course. Plus, it's kind of hard to get in without a contact and such, so you got plenty of time. But every once in a while, one of his guys comes by. There's one of the major talent scouts in that area. Works a big business. He sends his guys out every once in a while, and Sometimes they'll swing by here. Sometimes they'll swing by Academia. So yeah, you guys actually might get his attention eventually if you keep up these performances. So yeah, you never know.
I hope he can provide us with a said contact for when we do make it to Star City.
Yeah, I think his name is. It's all on all the calling cards they leaves. It's just X, so I don't know what his name is. I don't know if his name is Cross or something that starts with an X. I assume it's just something that starts with an X. But either way, it's never him in person who comes. He never leaves the city, from what I've heard. But his talent scouts carry his card on them. So he's a pretty big guy, from what I've heard. Not size, but in terms of wealth. So, you guys keep these performances up. You might be doing pretty well for yourselves.
Glorb, what do you think? That that fish shop that you had pointed out as an opportunity for business, if we incorporated some performance into it, that could be another avenue?
Whoa! I like idea. Thanks, Needles. You got performance. Advertisement. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of ads, those the music that plays, is there some sort of magical device that does that, or is it being played by a live band?
So sometimes a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. We do have a mechanical device that we purchased a while back that has some music recordings on it, and so that'll play some music that's been recorded, as well as a lot of times we'll try to make it live band when we can, just because it's a little more entertaining for the kids. But of course, if there's story time going on, they still play that music throughout the city just to keep a fun ambiance for the kids, I guess.
So the devices couldn't be used to project one's voice over the entire city in a sort of intercom system?
Yeah, they could do that.
Useful to know.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind with events as they are.
Oh, yeah, no, in a time of emergency, we actually can use that as a way for evacuating citizens if need be. It's, I believe there's one in the castle, as well as, so there's two different master controls, one at the castle and one in the theater. Because, obviously for the theater, if you're performing, you need it. But then, of course, should Sundara or the king need to make an announcement to the city quickly, it's a good way to keep the city communicated with.
While we're here, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to know exactly where it is, just in case we need to access it. We do have our pass here.
Sorry, guard captains. It's one of those things, if you know, you know. If you don't, then you should know it, and then you gotta talk to your superior. So there's usually at least 2 guard captains in each major vicinity. So that way, if something were to happen to one of the guard captains, the other one who knows the location still is alive, hopefully, to use it. I know I've been arguing that we should consider making it accessible to anyone who might need it, but they make a very good point that kids can be little shits and might just start stealing that and trying to use it for little pranks or whatever.
Are you a guard captain, or you're just
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Guardsman?
They keep saying my promotion's coming up any day now. And the fact that they trusted me with that information to relay it is actually pretty big. I'm pretty psyched about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if I had a promotion coming up, but
well, we're staying at the castle. We could put in a good word for you.
Oh, hey, honestly, if anything helps, might look a little bit weird since I'm writing. No, because you know what? I'm writing about your performance. You're for music. You're writing about me just doing my duties as a guard. Yeah. Right, can't say last names. But name's Robert. Robert 3.
I'll make sure to remember that very memorable name.
But I mean, also too, no one seems to go by Bob, which is weird. So also too, if Bob is easier to remember than Robert 3, you can go with that.
Needles is not paying attention to him and is just congratulating little Tibbs on his performance.
He's like, oh, all right, good day to you as well.
Robert, there access to the sewers near here?
Oh, you know what? I think there might be a sewer grate around here. Because every once in a while a performance might use a lot of water, so we need proper irrigation there. So, yeah, there might be a... I'll have to look around. I feel like there's got to be one. If anything, it's probably by the base of the stage, near the thrust, I think. Yeah, they'd have to do that, because they wouldn't want too much flooding for the basement. So... Because I know it's not in the basement. Yeah, it's got to be around the stage somewhere. Check around there. It might actually be a grate or something. I don't take a super close look around that area because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. But, yeah, feel free to take a look around. The story time's almost over.
What is Winch doing in the castle, guys?
Yeah. It's like, that's why Wench is taking so long.
I didn't know robots could do that.
It's oil. He's
oil.
working on
Oh
his
wait,
oil.
if it's oil, hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's somehow worse.
It's his mind flare ink.
Yeah. There we go. He's like, he'll be back. I'm back. But yeah, no, there's probably a grate here.
That one's not me.
But yeah, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free. But I'm just gonna get back to it, and yeah, just let me know if you guys need anything else.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Bob.
So to let you know, Cap.
He's like, thanks, I appreciate the encouragement. And he heads back to looking around, making sure everything's viewing the crowd, making sure the crowd's safe. Yeah, and after that, where do you guys go?
So there's a couple options. Do we want to head to the sewers immediately, or have a few conversations with some of the children first?
Well, if you are going to interrogate them or question them, I do want to search the marketplace for any magical items that may help us. Or really just any clues that might be around for
Avalon.
things.
Do you remember Avalon or Glorb if there was a sewer grate in the market as well? Just in case we go that direction with Severance.
I do not remember. I don't know. The only person who would know would be Enki, since he's been in the market the most.
Well, I believe, Chef, when we talked to Sindara, she told us where one of the grates was. Did she tell us about the one here in the theater, or did she specify one in the market?
I think she specified the market.
Okay, so yes, we could head to the market and do that, and then find the sewer grate there as well.
If we wanted to, we could split and head and try and investigate two different areas, because surely they will meet up in a middle point somewhere.
Right.
After
But-
entering the sewers, I would highly suggest we are not split up. Above ground, perhaps it's fine, but underground, and even above ground, there's a Rakshasa wandering around. I'm not sure we should be splitting up unless absolutely necessary.
Yes, I had forgotten about this Rakshasa.
Let me
So-
assess this sewer grate right now and see how big it is, and then we'll determine what's like our best option.
My only concern with this sewer grate is he said it's right in front of the stage while the performance is going on.
I think everyone are beginning to leave the theater right now, so we have time.
Yeah, there's still a bit of a story going on. It's just coming up to the tail end of it.
Yeah.
As you guys have been having this discussion, the story was going on.
Right, so they're pretty close to leaving. We could check out. I suppose while we're here, there's no reason not to check out this entrance. Perhaps while the story's finishing up, we ask a couple questions.
Yeah, since we have all these kids here already, like we don't want to leave them out.
Glorb, Glorb's good with kids. Glorb has lots of brothers and sisters. So, fun fact.
How many brothers?
Glorb.
What do we not know about you, Glorb?
Don't worry about it. You'll find out one day.
Glorb, I know I got upset when he assumed you ate kids. Did you eat your siblings?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
How dare you? What the heck?
No, look, I did. Look, you had a weird, like, evil laugh. Or maybe I misread that. Sorry, maybe I misread that.
Maybe you did.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. It seemed a little devious. Sorry. Maybe a little on edge with all this talk of stealth and hiding and things of not right in front of you.
Glorb's just shy.
Ah. I see. We can work on that. Well, wait, you did a great performance in front of a bunch of people. You're doing good. Don't worry. Don't.
He was,
I
in a
don't
way, he
have
was in
stage fright.
costume.
It's just yes.
Ah. You know what? That's fair. My goggles make me feel extra confident. I will say that.
My
So,
best friend Tibble was on stage as well.
that is fair. Friends help us feel stronger. Nothing like the power of friendship.
Oh.
Yeah, brother.
Well, let's talk to some kids rather than continuing this overly friendly conversation.
And yeah, so
Beautiful.
Or Needles, I don't know if anybody's whoever else wants to ask questions. I'm gonna head to the back of the stage where there's some kids that might be like rough housing or not really paying attention to the story.
like they're there, but it's really just like their parents are tired, having a drink from a flask of undescribed liquid.
Surely it's apple juice.
Yeah, surely. And
Responsible parents
Yeah.
surely wouldn't be drinking with their kids around.
yeah, and the kids are just kind of scrambling around on the stone seats. And they're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm so tired.
Like the kids that are right on the cusp of being too old.
Yeah.
I will ask the group. I don't know who's tagging along for this questioning, but I will ask somebody. Should I, or even I'll be back here. Should I transform into a little fox-like creature? Do you think the kids would appreciate a telepathic fox-like creature more than a strange fairy man? What would be the most approachable? We could have Tibbles interrogate them, considering he's the face of our
since
performance.
Are right now. Let him ride that high right now, and he'd be able to ask the questions.
I'm going to transform into a fennec fox on little Tibble's head. I'm just gonna be on his shoulder.
Okay.
And I'll direct his questioning so he can ask.
Yeah.
I'll ratatouille him.
Yeah, you're ratatouille him. But just instead of pulling his hairs, you're just telepathically, do this. All
I'm
right.
just gonna go along, make sure he's in check.
I'm checking out the silver rate real quick and seeing how big it is. So I
And
want to compare the size to all our party members.
yeah, Avalon, you notice that the grate seems a bit thin. Probably like 2.5 to 3 feet wide. It's not actually super like in diameter, or well, it's like a rectangle across. So I guess that's decently thick. If that's 3, so not 3 feet. Hold on, what is this? 2. If that's like a foot, it's like 1.5 feet, 2 feet. 2 feet. We'll say 2 feet.
2 feet. Okay. Yeah, that's not big enough. So, I'm just thinking right now. So we can go to.
So yeah, to the interrogation of children. All right. So you go up to a. So Tibble and the gang go up to a child. What do you say? What do you do?
So I'm gonna direct little Tibbles to repeat after me.
Uh-huh.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
It's a pleasure to make your fine acquaintance this day. Sorry to trouble you.
It's good seeing you. What's up?
I'm gonna dig my claws in him. Follow what I say. Exactly.
Pleasure making acquaintances. And the kids just kind of like look for a moment, like, oh hey, it's Tibble, the performer guy. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? That was so cool. Oh, and you got a fox on your head. Wow, look at its sharp claws. It's just like,
I'm gonna try to be as cute as possible.
Yeah. Wow. What do you guys?
Could we roll like a D100 to see just how cute he is?
Sure, I'll roll. This is.
I don't. This doesn't have to count. I just want to see.
Oh.
Somewhat, just a little bit uncute. I could probably be a little bit cuter. I'll say with that roll, you see, actually, this is a good reveal for anybody that's standing nearby. You see just like a couple specks of red where there shouldn't be, right? So this is a red-eyed white little fennec fox, and you see a couple specks of red where they shouldn't be. And when you look closely, you realize there are small eyes that just open up on random places around the little fox. Just briefly. It's not. If I would rolled lower, it would be like they all open and the kids
Yeah.
get scared. But
Yeah. So at first it almost looks like it's like acne, almost like red acne, briefly around. But no, it's closer inspection for a brief moment. It's like, oh, huh.
those eyes shouldn't be there.
Yeah, what are eyes doing there? Why are they so tiny? And they're gone. And so the kid's like, all right. Although they're dumb kids, I don't think they're gonna actually notice that. Let's see, stupid kids.
Okay, I think that one.
Natural 20.
That one smart kid.
Natural 20. He just knows I have a pact with an eldritch being.
Right.
He can sense the evil.
Huh. Okay, so how does...
Wow. Okay.
Let's see. So he's gonna look. So one kid's just a fucking kid drooling or whatever. Another kid, for a brief moment, looks and like kind of tilts his head, and you see his eyes kind of widen for a moment. And it looks like he's about to panic. But then within his widened pupils, go ahead and make a perception check, those who are here.
All right.
Nope.
Because it is
I'm
based on
concerned by
vision.
this.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Once again, baby.
Jesus!
Or
Isn't
and his
that 2 in a
perception
row?
checks. It's not a joke anymore. It's just true. That's the
it's-
second. That's
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
weird.
Is it the
Glorb
second
the
in a
all
row?
perceiving.
I swear. It is the second in the row. This time it was Glorb instead of Bartholomew. You know what it is? It was the swap.
Yep, it's just
Hey, you refresh your luck.
Jesus. So, is there anyone else who's a part of this interrogation of the children? I guess technically
No.
Tibble.
Yeah, I'm not there at the moment.
Severance, did you come with us? Oh, wait, he's muted.
Just keep in mind, I'm gonna be
No,
waving
I
at the
didn't.
child.
Which
Okay.
is
I'm waving at
which
the
is
child.
why I was muted.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave at them all friendly like.
Yes. And you're waving all friendly, and for a brief moment, you see the child. It seems like there's sparkles in his eyes, and at first it seems like it's sparkles of wonder, as that kind of stop him from screaming as he then just goes calm. But as you look, the sparkles in his eyes are actually the sclera of other eyes opening and closing within his pupil.
Oh,
I'm gonna
As-
clap my paws together and like make like a praying motion.
As they then return to all black. And the kid blinks for a second
Bless
and
up.
shakes his head and goes, "Hey, cute fox."
Good, dude, this information.
Yeah, you don't-
Because obviously, like, there's a bunch of kids around, so I can't just go, "Hey, did you see that?"
All right, I guess I didn't.
Uh,
I guess with that perception check, you would have definitely seen that if you, with that perception check, carrying it over to what needles look like, in the small eyes that opened up, you would have seen even deeper in those eyes. There were more eyes, and then more eyes, and then more eyes. And I feel like with that natural 20, you would have got lost in it for a second.
mhm. And for a brief moment, you almost feel a loss of sensation. Like as it's for a brief moment, there is nothing but the eyes around you within, and then you snap out of it as the kid snaps out of it as well, and your
Damn.
sensation begins to return to you. Well, it's not even that it's returning, but it's just you recognize that there is things around you. So it's not that your sensation was lost, it was almost that there were no more things to be felt for a moment.
Jeez.
That's comforting.
That's very comforting. That's what I'm saying.
In little
man.
Tib's mind. So, we've our small little posse of performers here heard a bit of bad news recently that there's been a lot of people leaving town, perhaps running off, perhaps even a few, at least temporarily missing individuals.
Oh. Huh. Well, sometimes our friends have to move. That's what my mommy told me. And my daddy said that he's too tired from work and that I should ask mommy. But it's okay, 'cause I got a lot of friends. So, if one doesn't show up to go play, then that's okay, 'cause Johnny, he took my car, and then I wanted to play with the car, and he played with it, and it's important to share, but I wanted the car, and he was playing with it. And it was his car though, so it's okay. But now he's gone, I guess. Maybe he's gone. Mom said he's going home. I guess maybe they moved.
You didn't happen to hear about him playing with any particular children or playing in any particular venues in town before he had to move? And again, this is all
Yeah.
relayed to Tibbles, then to the kid.
Yeah. And Tibbles is no longer deviating from script. And the kid's just like, well, we like to play in the stables. We like to play in the market. And we don't really play by the houses very much. We'll sometimes play in the houses, but yeah, no, I don't like playing by the houses, and Johnny, his parents said we were too dirty, so they didn't let us play in the yard that much. So we play in the we played a little bit in the market. The market was kind of crowded though, so we play a lot with the horses. We like the horses. Yeah.
Were
Johnny
there any
liked
particular
horses.
houses that you especially wouldn't play near?
I guess houses that we didn't know nobody's there, we would stay away.
Anybody playing around the sewers? I know some kids try to investigate those places. I'm actually planning on playing a bit there later, but it's not safe for younger people.
Oh, nah. I heard Kimberly said that she was so strong and could throw the sewer grate, but I think she's lying. It's really heavy. I tried to lift it once. It was heavy though. But so maybe that's why kids it's not safe for kids. They might hurt themselves trying to lift heavy things. I once tried to lift a heavy block and it fell on my foot and it hurt a lot. So maybe like sewer grate, the sewer grate, you lift it and it fall and it hurt. So that's why it's too big to lift. You don't want to hurt yourself.
You haven't heard anything negative about any particular adults in town? The clown, the tour guide, anyone from the castle?
Clown is silly. The tour girl is weird. She just kind of looks at us.
In Glorp's mind. Note that one. Does he say anything else?
And no, he's just like, and there was one time I found the clown and I hit him with his stick and he went squeaky. But mommy said that I shouldn't hit the clown because the clown.
But clowns are a special kind of person that actually feel quite good when you hit them, especially the harder you hit them.
That's what I thought. Cause why would it be so silly to hit them? If
The more they squeak, I feel like that makes them more makes the process more enjoyable for a clown. That's their job.
make a deception check with advantage. All right, got it. So he's like, oh man, oh no, he's gonna think he didn't do a good job. Oh, maybe I found him it took me too long to find him. It was a pretty long maze to find him. Oh, I'll get some of my friends and then we'll work together to find him and then we'll find him. We'll make him squeak real loud. I should we'll bring a heavy thing to drop on him and that will make him
I'm gonna
squeak.
pull out 3 gold pieces. If you need something to hit him with, you can just take this to the market and make a purchase as needed, just to make sure that the clown is being properly treated during his employment.
Would you like to pay 3 gold to hurt the clown?
I marked the 3 gold off already.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, wait, no, I can't do that actually because I'm in wolf form. I can't. Well, actually, I'll tell Tibbs that I'll pay him back.
No, yeah, because remember it's through Tibbs, so Tibbs is still the one paying.
You know what? I won't mark it off. He
Yeah.
got 500 gold.
Yeah.
If he
I
pays
have to
it-
mark it off actually. Hold on.
I'm getting my friends rich. I love it.
All right, minus 3 gold. Tibbs is like okay. And then he gives the kid. He's like, "Oh wow, mom, I'm gonna go hit the clown." And she's just like, "All right, just let him sleep later." He's like, "Oh, you mean
I
your
didn't
dad?"
realize his mom was that close. I might not.
What?
Anyway, I just didn't realize his mom was that close. Needles
Yeah,
would
yeah,
maybe
she's
been a
within
little bit
earshot.
more
She
subtle.
just doesn't care. She's like, "Okay, have fun. I'll be right here." Oh, actually, honey, if you're going to the market, all right, I'm coming. I do need to buy something.
Before you
I'll
go,
meet you there.
Miss- Before you go, Miss,
Hmm?
do
Yeah?
you mind if we talk to you in private for just a moment? all joking aside.
Yeah, sure. I'll catch up to him eventually.
How old is this kid? I don't want to separate him from his. Well, actually, Needles doesn't care. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I could just kind of stand there and just watch anyways. That's just not
Yeah, as the
like...
kid runs off. Kid's probably like 6.
Oh well, okay. Well, if the mom's letting him run off, Needles doesn't care. Needles not gonna say anything.
Hold on,
Yeah,
let me
well,
see.
you
How
know
old
what?
is, like, a
Glorb's gotta
third
make sure
grader?
the kid's fine, okay? Glorb's gonna follow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what?
He's like 8. He's 8. Yeah.
Oh, 8's fine. 8-year-olds can survive on their own.
Well,
they should be
he
working
looks
at that
like
point.
he's 8, I should say. Yeah, he's about 7 probably.
Okay, that's all.
I
relevant
realized I was talking to myself
Oh,
because
were
I
you
was still
muted
muted.
information. What did you say? What did you say?
I said, as usual, Glorb being the upstanding member of society.
Yep.
No, he's a child-eating orc, according to my racism.
Hey,
According to my racism, which has never been wrong.
yeah, that's why I'm chasing the kid. How'd you know?
Yeah. Anyway, God, don't clip that. So Glorb is following, making sure the kid is safe.
Right, and we won't take too long on this conversation since we were heading to the market after this anyway, unless Avalon wanted to check out the sewers after everybody leaves.
Oh
But
yeah,
just to the mother,
I already did.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just to the mother really quickly. I'm sure you overheard the conversation just a bit. To be perfectly frank, and we can keep this a bit more hushed, but there have been a couple of incidents in the town recently. Not sure if you're aware, but have you heard anything about any suspicious individuals, suspicious places where kids gather and perhaps not all of them return home in time for supper?
I gotta be honest, I don't know. The kids, they run around, they play. Some parents, they can't keep track of their kids, and something happens. And sometimes they find them. I don't know. I think it's just the kids are just tiring, man. Like sometimes parents they just need a break, and sometimes during that break, the kid runs off. What are they gonna do? It's I don't know. I'm just saying I don't blame the parents if something happens. A lot of people are hard on those parents, but I just think that you know what? I think they do their best. All right. You wouldn't, unless you're a parent, you wouldn't know.
Needles tells Tibbs to start walking away
And
to
Tibbs
make
is
quick goodbyes.
Yeah, and he's like, all right. He's like, hey, you should have a mint, as he just leaves.
So she's obviously drunk, right?
Decently.
It seems like it's. Oh, it's out of character. Okay. Anyway, Avalon, did you find anything? I think Glorb went on ahead. He seemed protective.
The
hungry.
food right here is too small for most of us. I know it's not going to be small for you, but it doesn't seem like we can all go down that path. So we probably have to just head to the market.
How wide was it?
2 inches.
Oh, feet.
2 inches or 2 feet?
2 feet.
I think
2
it was
feet.
2 feet.
Feet,
Okay,
yeah.
So we could squeeze. It is presumably a sewer entrance. A normal human is supposed to be able to enter it, even if it is tight.
Well, it's the one of the rectangle ones. It's not like a manhole.
Yeah.
Type of sewer.
Well, we can find the one in the market, and if that doesn't lead somewhere, we know that there's another potential entrance here.
So far, Needles' racism is dragon, all the different dragon clans being exactly the same.
And
Mind you,
related.
Needles
And-
also said that him and Enki look alike, and that they're
Yes.
probably they're probably the Fairy King's grandkids and cousins.
He's
it
actually
doesn't-
just
it's-
racist towards all race,
It's
including
less
himself.
racist
Well, hold
and
on.
more
If-
racially
if-
inconsiderate.
Yes.
If you're racist to every single race, are you
It's not
truly racist?
That's what I'm saying. It's
he just overgeneralizes on a lot of
Generalizes.
yes. He just really likes putting everything in one group. Just it fits in a specific group, and then it's all gonna have that specific.
And some groups eat children. Anyway, to the
Some
market.
groups do.
Do we catch up with Forb, or is he already?
Yeah. So you do as you head to the
So
market.
kids have short legs.
Yeah, they got short
so
legs.
they're not moving too fast.
And plus two, like the little kid is doing a weird little trot.
Who's gonna punch the clown anyway?
Yeah, he's got to conserve his energy for hitting the clown. God.
I was
And
expecting Glorb or Tibbs to try to stop me from encouraging the kid to hit the clown, but nobody stopped me, so
no,
that was good. That was good.
it's good stuff.
I mean, that's what he's there for, you know.
God,
To be
and
fair,
I'm so
And
glad.
Needles will actually
Yeah, sorry, continue.
say this in character. My plan actually is to get the kids to bully the clown so much he just feels the need to leave town in a caravan that happens to be passing by.
I still look like a clown.
Also,
What?
too,
What?
when did this come out? 2 years ago. Yeah, so this actually came out after this campaign started. But I do need. I'm gonna share a thing in Discord before I forget, because it's gonna piss me off if I don't.
Gotcha.
There we go.
The clown room.
Oh,
But anyway, yeah, I just can't stop thinking of this every time. they
Oh wait,
discuss this.
I have seen this. Oh wait a minute, I have seen this. I have a like on it. I have seen this. I think I remember when I watched this.
I can't stop thinking of it every time the clown is mentioned. Oh,
I was like,
will
wait a minute.
I
but
will say, my friends, if we're really thinking about the performance route to capture the attention of this X fellow, then having a clown on our side, especially an experienced and very pain-tolerant one, could be useful.
I think he would also be quite useful in combat.
Use him like
Okay.
a Wobbuffet. You know, the Wobbuffet from my favorite play.
Do you think the clown likes it?
I think we're asking too many questions right now.
Well, I mean, getting hit, you know.
I
do
mean,
you
yeah,
wait to
sounds like
ask
it.
this after the child is out of earshot?
We'll see if the clown didn't like it. I mean, he wouldn't be a clown.
Maybe we should pay them to not hit him.
I could you would have
That's
left
a-
already too.
That's a lot of children to pay.
See, I think it's easier to just pay one child 3 gold to hit the clown instead of paying every single child not to hit the clown.
Who knows?
But-
That's my point exactly.
Also, I mean, why would we want to be protecting said clown if we want him to join us? I mean, well, we could
Although,
just ask. That
if he
there's
does-
no
Yeah,
fun in
that we
that.
could have asked.
If he does
You
like
know.
it, though, this might make him less likely to leave with us.
Again, we don't know if he likes it or not.
I suppose
do
we
have-
shouldn't be
I
talking
do
about
have a
that. in this-
question.
Uh-huh.
How many people are around us?
Yeah, I was about to say, did you wait until like the child was out of earshot to start this conversation?
I believe Needles.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have.
Remember,
So-
everything that Needle said is only said to the group unless otherwise specified, so other people can't
Yeah.
hear it. So at least a portion of that conversation is just silent.
Yeah. So there's a
I'm
couple
asking
people
for a few reasons.
walking around. It does look and sound a little bit weird, but for the most part, like, people are trying to pay attention to their kids, or if they don't have kids, they're just enduring the music that's currently playing. But like,
Yeah.
let's see if anyone just. You
Just
get like
there,
a
it's like stupid congestion.
you do get like a single person passerby who's on the streets kind of looks at you guys for a minute, and then just kind of shakes their head and then keeps walking. Just
Wonderful.
not wanting
Oh,
to
I
deal
forgot.
with it. Like,
I forgot my main question.
Yeah.
I forgot my main question. Is there a child around?
Oh yeah, there's a couple kids for sure.
Okay. I forgot the main thing I needed to ask. Well, actually, let's go to the market first. There's kids in the market. Let's just go.
Yeah. So you make it to the market, and the kid that you were watching is a little distance ahead of you guys, and he walks over to a smithy and purchases a mace. Jesus.
Oh no.
For 3
Oh,
gold.
no.
Okay, but let's be clear. Did he just get a really good deal, or is it like a kind of cheap mace? You get a proper mace for just 3 gold? I guess I don't know the price.
So it's hold on,
Oh,
we
it's
got
on
the
the
gold
dot.
for it.
really quick.
Doesn't need broken bones.
Uh,
Mace is what, like 20 gold, 25 gold? Surely.
let's see.
Surely.
That's,
I didn't want to give a kid enough money to buy a gun. Like that's not the game I'm playing.
I mean,
yeah, 'cause
I
3
don't know
gold.
if it's fair,
He
my-
yeah. Let me look into
You know-
specific
you-
weapons he can buy here.
Like
You
a
know
toy
what,
sword,
too?
you know.
Yeah.
After seeing this, yeah, wait, yeah,
He
that's true. I don't know if
buys-
it's a toy or not.
He could. Oh my god, he could buy a lot with 3 gold.
How do you know if it's a toy? If
Wow.
it's not a toy, I need to do something. But if it,
Yeah,
It's-
I stop him.
So he's
Like
going to
nunchucks.
purchase a fucking oh, but you know what? That's only for simple weapons for silver. Once we go into martial weapons, but I don't think the kid can use martial weapons. So actually,
Oh,
he's
probably
oh,
not proficient in any, so it doesn't make a difference.
so he is going to purchase a oh yeah, he doesn't have any weapon proficiency. Good point.
okay, he's gonna hit the
This
clown
kid,
with it.
he's
I
been
get it
training
now.
in the art of.
I
mean,
the
the
art of
nunchuck.
beating the hell out of a clown.
No, you
Uh,
To be
said
fair,
we-
maybe they do have proficiency because of the
Because
Yeah,
how much
you
they
said they were
beat
beating them with him with sticks and stuff. So I was like,
Okay,
they probably
So-
so,
You know-
swing something.
he
Proficiency in clubs.
purchases a light. Let's see, what is he buying here?
crossbow. It's just pop,
yeah.
pop, pop.
Oh, he would buy this. He buys a quarterstaff, a nice. He buys a couple
That's
different.
not that bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah, and
That's just a stick.
Wait,
Just a
does it have
heavy
metal
stick.
end?
yeah, so
polished
there's
stick.
nothing on the end of it. But he also, he gets 5 quarterstaffs and a
Oh,
spear.
That's not.
And a spear.
Okay, I'm gonna. I just want to.
Oh,
pat,
and a spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just want to pat
yeah.
Needles back and talk to him in wolf if I can. Just like slightly like lower my voice, but talk in wolf so
I
nobody
listen
can
in
hear.
wolf. I listen in
And I
wolf.
just want to tell him about that kid I saw in the fucking theater.
Oh.
You know, the eyes within the eyes, how I felt numb, and that the yeah. And I remembered the tour guide was weird. Like I remembered like he told me to. But like yeah, so something sus is happening. I just need to know that while this kid's buying fucking weapons. So I'm like, wait, hold on.
We all see the kid buy these weapons, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. The
Okay,
shopkeeper's just like pauses, looks at the gold, looks at the kid, shrugs, and just hands just this bundle of weaponry to the kid.
I just needed a good time to tell him. I was like, where's a good time? This is a good time.
You gotta arm the children. It's well,
How
it's
else are they
America.
going to? How else are they going to learn how to survive?
They got what? You want them to just beat the clown with a stick? No, they need a proper quarterstaff.
We're training them to defend themselves from whatever villains lurk in the sewers below.
No,
So
the
it's
clown. The
damn
louder
eyes.
he squeaks, the more he likes it. And he definitely. What's he gonna do with the spear?
We all squeak down here.
God dang it.
Jeez.
In form of guard of what the child has. Very quickly, like just in form of a guard.
Oh yeah. Oh, there are some guards around. So you go to a guard.
Yeah, I told him like, you see that kid right there with the quarterstaffs and the spear?
Yeah.
He just bought those, and he's going to use that against the clown.
Ooh.
Needles, while he's saying this, they actually see a little fairy fly up, and I'm going to use my claw attack, my werewolf hybrid form claw attack, to try to cut off the end of the spear so it's just another quarterstaff while he's talking to them.
Yeah. Roll to hit. And are you doing
Okay,
this
how do I do this?
stealthily?
No, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, you're just going up and doing it.
8. Is that enough to hit a stick?
Of course.
Well, it is made of wood.
How strong is the wood?
It's fairly sturdy. Are you keeping the 8?
I'm not spending DM inspiration on this. If I look stupid, I look stupid. That's funny.
Yeah, you're just kind of like batting at it. You hit it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to make purchase. But the kid's just like,
I'll take my second attack to try to bite it. I can take in hybrid form a second attack to bite.
yeah, go ahead.
25 with 8 piercing damage. Do I just like snap the end off? I don't know if my mouth's big enough, but my werewolf powers. You know?
Yeah, you're able to like termite shoo away at werewolf termite high-ish chew away on the wood, and he's just like, haha, here, and like some of it breaks off, and he goes, and he just like takes it and goes, fetch, and he throws the metal part. The guard's like, hey.
A small fennec fox will go and fetch.
Jesus.
And the guard's like,
spearhead.
hey, kid, look, nothing wrong with wanting to play with your kid. He's like, yeah, with a, he almost says dog sees you. He goes, anyway, and it just stops. There's nothing.
It was a
wanting
fairy
to...
for a second, and then he looks back, and now there's a fox.
Yeah.
Or a fox-like creature.
And then he pauses, and he's like, and then he looks down to a piece of paper. Oh, right, okay. And then he's like, are you? Oh, sorry, am I? Anyway, look, kid, you really shouldn't throw sharp metal objects in a crowd of people.
In the market, just throwing a spearhead.
Right.
That's safe. Anyway, in Avalon's mind, he hears, problem solved. See? Easy.
And the guard's like, so you're taking these to, what do you, are you delivering these to your parents, or what are you doing with these, kid? Anyway, he's like, I'm gonna hit the clown. They knew his dad at quarterstaffs. Okay.
And he gave him a spear.
The guard kind of looks at the shopkeep. Shopkeep just shrugs, and he's like, oh, we have to fucking come talk. I'm gonna have to talk to him this later. I just goddamn it. Well, so if hitting the clown might be kind of fun, but that's if it's sharp, that's not hitting, that's slashing or stabbing. That is different. I don't know what your friends have said about hitting clowns, but I don't think that's gonna apply to your spear. So maybe it's a good thing your friend here helped fix that and make it so you can hit this clown. Oh, the poor guy. Yeah.
I'm so glad I followed this kid.
God.
So there you go. Just don't. If it has a sharp metal thing on it, probably shouldn't be used to hit the clown. Okay. And he's like, oh god, we need to just start telling them to stop hitting clowns. He's like, and he just kind of turns to you guys. He's like, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm
gonna direct Tibbles to say, wood is good, metal is rude. Remember that saying.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's not bad. We'll have to use that. That's not bad. We'll have to use that. But
he says about beating a clown.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. Then he's just like, anyway, yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes parents send their kids on missions to purchase items as quests, and he does air quotes. So we really haven't been actually asking kids why or what they're purchasing nearly as much as we probably should. So I do apologize about that. Thanks for that catch. And all right, well, thanks.
Yes, I find in his mind he hears, parents that give their kids money to spend recklessly are just ridiculous.
He's like, yeah, well, he's like, yeah, no kidding. But I mean, hard to beat. They definitely get better deals when it's the kids. So, Okay, I don't like it, but can't blame them.
In everybody's mind. Note that kids get better deals. We can use that.
I'm just thinking Inky.
Yeah.
I can tell what he's thinking, even though he doesn't have telepathy.
Yeah. Just knows.
You're all thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And with that, he's like, all right, well, thanks again for the help. Better get back to patrol. Let us know if you need anything. Here to serve. We're the city's second greatest resource.
And the first greatest resource is laughter and joy, which is going to be the new slogan. Did you hear?
Oh, you know what? That does feel a bit better than children, because it's like, yeah, children bring laughter and joy, but let's focus on the not saying kids thing. Yeah, no, I think I like that. I didn't get that memo though. I thought
Be
I
sure
read.
to pass it around.
Yeah, actually, and
Just make sure as many people know as possible.
Gotcha. And yeah, no, I'm already trying to pass around the information about you guys, so I'll make sure to pass that around as well. I must have missed that. A lot of, again, they really got to get to work on that bulletin board. I know that, they're still debating where it should go, but I think if they just put multiple, it would be quicker than deciding. Sorry. Anyway, I better get back to work. I'm rambling. And with that, he's like, anyway, thank you. I'll try to pass along the word. And nod.
Severance, there was a reason we were going to the market, wasn't there? Not just to bully guards and children and clowns.
Yes, it was actually to check if there was any, magic items that would assist in our investigation.
I know. This is probably not. Oh, go ahead, Glorb.
I was
just gonna say.
Orb did tell Needles of the Cardiff imported in Wolf a second ago, so maybe that'll help a little bit.
The details. Remind me again, Glorb. I was distracted by a child with a spear.
The eyes. Eyes.
Eyes,
Nothingness.
By the
eyes.
eye of Hagamoto.
You guys watch for about 15 seconds. Needles just zones out, just quietly whispering eyes. Vocally, not in everybody's mind, just quietly.
I wave in front of you, trying to get you to respond like, hey, Needles.
Okay, yeah, I stopped whispering and I was paying attention. Sorry, what were we doing? Right, detect magic. Do you want me to detect magic? And write on your shoulder and point anything out to you, Severance?
Sure.
I can't cast detect magic on another person, right? I just have to cast it on myself.
I think so.
Otherwise, I'd let him use it. Believe that's how that works. No, that's not it.
Oh yeah, especially with the Eldritch Sight.
Self. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just point anything out to him, but you can just convey it to Severance since he's the one looking. I'll just
Yeah, you
relay
can
the
like
information to him.
if you see something, you point it out. So you do see those there's a lot of metal sticks being sold that have essentially it has evocation magic. Specifically, it's almost like kind of a light spell that's on it. But that makes it a variety of different colors. Whereas instead of like when you cast the light spell, you get to choose what it is. Depending on what stick you buy, that determines the color. So there's a variety of those throughout the market that seems to be selling well as
I hear when you take these two of these colored sticks that light up to a concert
Story time.
that you can do some fun things.
Did we see kids doing stuff with the glow sticks at the theater?
Oh yeah, during the performance, it was a little bit bright, so it was kind of hard to notice, but they definitely were swinging around little metal sticks. And
Is
there
that
does.
something you're interested in, Severin? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No,
As
I
you,
was just saying
among it.
maybe if we're
Mhm.
going to go into the entertainment business,
That's a fair
maybe
point.
we also start up a metal stick business that lights up and get
Avalon, do you think you
you
could?
know, double profit.
That's true. Avalon, do you think you could craft something similar? Maybe even some sort of recording or some sort of device that plays music that somebody could buy after attending a concert.
I could. I would definitely need to learn how to do that first. 'Cause I think there's a lot of
Actually,
parts to do all that.
with Axon's help, maybe you two could get a patent going and invent something
Well, that is true. So
profitable.
Axon,
Oh, yes, I could make something of a dim light, but perhaps if the two of us put our noggins together and also potentially purchase one of those things to have the item to look at and research, we could
right?
potentially make something like that.
Yeah.
And a music playing device as well.
Oh, that I can just make.
Useful. Good to know. Anyway, Severance, was there anything else you were looking for? And I'll keep looking for him.
Really just magic items, artifacts, enchanted gear. Really anything that would help us in the future.
And there are a variety of stores selling knickknacks and such, but in one of the stores, they're selling a variety of rings and such, and necklaces. And most of the rings and necklaces are just regular rings, and regular necklaces. But it seems that the shopkeep, one of the rings has a transmutation magic, another has divination, and another has. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, and there's two with transmutation, sorry.
And Needles is on Severance's shoulder at this point in fox form, and you see the way he cast detect magic on himself and then transformed, and you just see glowing eyes of slightly different colors opening up and then like pivoting towards things and then pointing them out, and you see 12 eyes open and then all point towards those rings, and you hear in your mind, "I think we found something, my dear friend."
I will
How many-
head over there and check it out.
How many were there again, Chef?
Did
you say 3?
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot more non-magical rings.
Correct.
It's a ring shop.
Yeah. And
All the eyes snap shut.
Hey,
And I will ask about those 3 specific rings.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, if you like these specific rings, they're gonna be, just 15 gold, just like the rest. And you see a design on the 3 as well. One seems to be like winds moving around, and another.
Could I do an investigation or like insight or like some kind of check to see if this shopkeeper knows that they have something special or not?
Yeah. Go ahead and make. So, I do like I guess insight.
That's a 17.
Needles.
Oh, nice, a -3.
Yeah. So Needles, they
That's the
know this.
blasphemer.
They're probably
They're the
cursed, right? They're probably selling you cursed goods.
That's the blasphemer that is blaspheming against my God. And and they're selling us cursed rings.
Exactly.
In Severance's mind, don't trust them.
And
Don't
then
trust them one bit.
let's see. Huh, interesting. And so, oh, and you know what? Sorry, I thought it was transmutation for 2 of them. It's divination, transmutation, and conjuration.
And I told and pointed the specific ones out to Severance. So he knows which is which.
And with a 17, she doesn't seem to know. Because they're priced the same price as, like, maybe 1 or 2 gold off from some of her other rings. But, like, there's rings more expensive than these.
Buy them at your own risk, my friend. I smell curses this day. 15 gold a steal.
Yeah, no, they're really nice rings. The kids seem to really like these. Oh, yeah, it's just in his head. So she'll just say, so yeah, no, I guess kids kind of seem to like those. They like that one has, like, there's like a couple of animals carved into the ring. They think that's kind of cool. And they like that one kind of has, like, a fiery design on it. And then that one has, it has a lot of, just music notes on it. So the kids kind of like that. So, yeah. I guess some of the kids kind of like those rings. They don't really look that much like jewelry, but kids like to look at them.
I could take a closer look at them before you make a decision, Severance. And of course, Glorb and Avalon, if either of you are interested in purchasing.
I'm gonna try and make it so that, like, it isn't, I'm not being super obvious, that these rings are different, but I will want to, like, I don't want to be talking and, like, say that, like, oh, these rings are super special and they charge us more.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure the party wants them. Because while I can get them for myself, I'm not very sure about that, because that would be a little hoarding.
So essentially you're just asking, like, does anyone else in the party want to potentially buy these rings?
Yeah, does anyone else want to have, like, does anyone else want, like, one of them? Because I plan on getting one.
We don't know what they do, so perhaps we purchase them, determine whether or not they're properly cursed, and then disperse them to whoever would be most useful. But I only speak for myself.
And you're also speaking in people's heads, so she doesn't hear that.
Yes.
I would say that we should. The question is...
I assume we're huddling anyway, because it sounds
fair,
like
fair.
wanted to hear this.
Yeah.
So we want to get these 3 rings. We're just, if you'd give us a moment to figure out which one of us exactly is going to be picking up the tab on this.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. By all means, take your time.
And so I'm gonna say
I'll pay
that
for all of it if.
And I'll say that I have the funds to pay for, like, one of them. If I mean,
I'm rich.
We do
I'm
have.
Very rich.
Yes, but I know you wanted to use your money on magical material, which is
True.
quite expensive.
Tibble
So
likes bling.
Tibble, do you want?
I would.
Not yet.
We could. We have at least 3 people here. We could each buy one of them and split it 15 gold each. Or we could do it to where only one of us buys all 3. Really, it's either or.
I mean, I'm fine with paying for one. And
How about
again,
this? I'll pay for them, and then if anybody wants one of them after I've identified them, then I can be reimbursed. And then nobody else
That
has to cross off money.
works.
Just because we don't know if you want them or not. And, well, if they're not useful, I have use for the magic outside of the utility itself.
I am okay.
I'd even
with
be willing
that.
to give them for free. I don't even need to be reimbursed. If it's useful for the group, it's useful to me.
and I think we're all in agreement there.
All right, I will mark off. I will hide behind somebody briefly, and 45 gold will pop out, and then I'll retransform and hop back onto his shoulder. Oh, sorry,
But
the wrong amount. There we go.
And she's like, cool. Yeah. Here's the rings. Anything else you'd like to purchase? Any other rings catch your eye?
I want to check and see if this person has any moon or like star related things.
Yeah, there's
like any
definitely
nighttime designs.
There is definitely one ring that has like a lot of stars on it, and another ring that's has a crescent moon.
I would like to purchase this crescent moon ring.
And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. That's gonna be 17 gold.
Okay. And I hand that over.
All right, thank you.
I will ask, you wouldn't happen to know if there is a person in town that would be skilled in enchanting items?
And she just kind of looks at Axon. She's like, probably him. Or your friend over there seems like, I don't know, usually if I see a mechanical arm, I feel like that person either, well, one, that's something I haven't seen before, so that's kind of cool. And two, I assume that's probably magical, so he probably knows something about magic stuff.
Say, Axon, would you be particularly skilled in enchantments?
Yes. Yes, I am. Very good with the stuff.
Then later I would like you to enchant some of our gear then. I don't know how much it would cost, but I know we could definitely use enchantments.
Depends on the time, depends on the enchantment.
Okay. I need to add that crescent moon ring to my item list.
Yeah. And obviously Glorb wants to look for some bling bling for Tibble, so he could be a bling bling boy.
Yeah. Tibble already is like purchasing. He's like, I'm gonna buy these, and just finds like really gaudy rings.
How bad with money is he? Just at a first glance, he's walking around with 500 gold.
Well, keep in mind he spent 3 of it so far, and then he just bought another five rings. That's 5 times. We'll say it averages to 15 gold in price, for the sake of convenience here.
So he spent a 10% of his gold on rings now.
Uh-huh.
About. Maybe, Gorb, what do you think your goblin bestie would feel about having some sort of agent to help them disperse their funds appropriately and, you know, not spend too many on wasteful things. Not that I'm the best with money, but if anybody, I would even suggest Avalon maybe,
I got
or
bling.
Severance even.
I got the bling bling. I got the ice.
Bling.
It's so cold.
Bling bling. Tibble, do you have toe rings, Tibble?
No, it's just I got the ice on my fingers now.
Do you want toe rings?
More
Just
rings?
put more.
Yes.
It's the opposite effect.
Whoa. You cannot do that.
I'll buy it for you, Tibble.
Yeah.
You need to learn about money management.
I can buy your rings back. You can buy me rings, and I'll buy your rings.
Oh.
I'll hop over to Avalon's shoulder and in his mind,
Bling bling.
perhaps we let them have fun for a little bit longer and then maybe step in once they've spent too much.
Yes. I wonder how many. Yeah, I asked the child group, how many rings do you have exactly?
I got about probably got 20 more. I got more back home. I just making great business today, it seems.
20 times 15. Needles is doing the math. 300. Oh dear, they could buy them out. Okay.
Well, they're sharing the money this time. So
we could buy them out.
no,
That was
you can't.
not in Tibble's head. That
Not
was in
Tibble's head,
Avalon's
okay.
head.
In
That
Avalon's
was
head,
only to
okay.
Avalon and Severance. Not to Glorb and
I'm
said
going
so.
I'm going to kneel down to Tibble and say, maybe come back another day. You do have quite a bit to show off, and you know some of the other goblins might want to come by and pick some up for themselves. You don't want to be too greedy.
Make a persuasion check.
I'd like to help with that if I could say something to him.
Yeah, what do you add to help with it?
I will say, actually, one of our training courses that we plan on providing is an investment training course. And I don't know if you know, but stars, their value's going up, 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 straight to the moon. Hold, hold, hold. Never sell.
All right. So go ahead and make that persuasion check with advantage, Severance.
Oh, my
Oh
heavens.
yeah,
Please
I'm
tell
gonna
me you
use
have
the
it.
DM
Okay, you
inspiration.
have it.
I have 5 of them, so
Oh yeah, might as well use the.
Oh my
you know I think I'll
please.
use another
Okay.
one.
To be fair though, if it fails again, it's just fate. I don't feel like you should use.
So
It's still not very good.
12. All right.
Yo, I'm gonna use another one.
Oh.
I have 5. 19.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So he'll just. It's just. It's like, well, okay. You know, that's true. I do need to save up my money for the for the class fee. These seminars are gonna. I can't remember how much they cost, so I probably should hold on to money so I can pay for the classes. Now that I'm getting all this money, I need to make the money work for me, so I can be alpha.
I kind of want to like just think to myself out loud a little bit.
So, Glorb pay money to class to save money?
Yeah. It's simple, really. So, by paying the money into the class, you learn how to make your money make money.
Yes.
It's
See,
And you can make more money from that.
exactly.
Glorb, maybe
You essentially
you need
buy
to
money.
maybe you need to take this class, actual Glorb.
Yeah, actually, I could pay for your first class.
Glorb gave money to Enki.
But is he? I don't think is he teaching that seminar? I can't remember who teaches what.
No, Enki's not teaching anything.
He's certainly not teaching in the investment seminar. That's more of my personal focus.
Gotcha. Okay, that's Needles teaches.
I'm occasionally
Oh.
good with numbers.
I gotta make note of that. He takes out a piece of paper, does not know how to write, so it is just scribbles on the paper.
Did we not teach you guys how to write yet?
No.
Oh,
That'll be the next class.
did we not have a class for that?
Well, Little Stump knows how to write and read.
Oh yeah, that's his right. I feel like he should have taught you guys also how to read and write. If
No,
he's going,
he said that only he needed to know it. It was something only the leader needed. Which, you know,
Well, I think you should definitely take one of the next classes on that we give on writing, because when you learn how to write, you can read some books and get even more inspiration for songs.
yeah,
And
even
you
write
can
your
write
songs
said
down.
songs down. So
Exactly.
you don't have to remember them all by heart.
you can write your own songs too.
And
Tibble
sell the
is-
copyright.
ha, ha.
That means you can get paid more for your own song.
Oh, it's
And
like
you can
I'm,
learn so much more in my 120-minute class this Saturday.
Oh, yes, I'll make sure to make it. I'll put it in my schedule. Oof, excuse me.
But
No, that was
let's be
actually really
serious.
perfect. I feel like that was in character.
Yeah.
Let's be serious though, everyone. Don't think little Tibbs would be a better leader for the group than Stumpy? I mean, I'm just being honest.
He's been doing more stuff than cool
To
stuff.
be fair though, we haven't given Stumpy as many opportunities.
Yeah,
Little Stump is taking care of the group.
that
He's
is
doing
true.
a good job. But maybe he's more of a manager and little Tibbs is the face. We could work out
Oh.
a situation.
I do
Well,
like
if
this.
if we're thinking of a business wise, I'd say that's accurate.
Yeah,
We have
go-
our face of the company that everyone knows, and we have the person who is in charge of every making sure the talent is on time and everything.
Right, the goblins are the talent, and little Stump is the intermediary between us, the investors, the board, and he's their agent.
and he's
Yeah.
actually done a great job of being a leader for doing that to get everyone.
Well, besides not teaching them to write and read despite knowing how to do so,
yeah.
you know, and encouraging them to steal rather than make their money through actually productive means, but you can only criticize a Kenku so much.
Yeah.
Honestly, little Tib, your whole group is really good at what you guys do.
Oh, thank you. We've been training. We work hard.
Now it's finally time to make that pay off.
Yeah.
Rather than having to stick your hands in pockets, other people will be sticking their own hands in their own pockets just to see you do your thing.
Yeah. We gotta do good. We're making money, and we're making bank, and we're not dying in a cave.
Well, we're about to head into a sewer, so
That's
it
not
might be
okay.
one.
We might send Tibble back now that his performance is over.
He has been
know.
with us the entire time. I don't know if he's gonna leave now.
Little Tibbs, on a scale of, say, or just on an increasing scale, what would you say your endurance is? On a scale of 1 to 20.
You've been having the training with Timmel lately.
I would say.
I mean, if
Um,
I'll let you go.
10.
Oh, you might need to do some more training, because if you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of performances, you're gonna need to have the endurance and the stamina to keep doing those performances back to back.
Yeah. You're right. So if yeah, I can head back and start training if you guys have to go through something that I'm not ready for. I get it. But I got a free class, so that's good. I got to perform and I got to hang out with my friends for this long. So I'd say today is a win. Yeah.
You got to see the void. You got to see meet your new fans.
Yeah. And I also got to do this. And he just kind of does like a little bit of a handstand and then like stands back down. It's like, ha, yeah, I did that too. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
It goes to high five Glorb. Oh, does he get left hanging?
I get left hanging.
Oh no, Glorb,
Oh
Glorb.
no.
Oh no.
Lord.
Oh.
Lord, you're leaving Tibble hanging.
I'm not gonna lie. I
He's
went
trying
to
to
the
give you a
bathroom.
high five.
Oh, no, high five back, of course.
Dear heaven, stop that! It's so loud.
Oh,
What are we
That
doing
was really
here?
loud.
that one is a really loud one. Is there a way to... Oh, I can edit the sound?
Yes, you can lower it. And
Oh.
What
yeah,
sounds?
no, I definitely give him a high five. I just went to the bathroom.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm glad he's like, you're about to leave your boy hanging today
There we go.
after all that work.
yeah, we had our little, show and everything.
There we go. Oh, hey, yeah, I can turn that down. Now it's not like a fucking shotgun to the ears.
You got it? Good.
All right.
What sound? Because I hadn't been hearing it.
Oh, you must have turned off sound effects then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
It was just like the Spider-Man.
Yeah, just it's the for the canon event.
Oh, the
Mhm.
Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, specifically, yeah. It's a canon event, bro.
To little Tibbs.
Mhm.
Actually, I have a task for you,
Yes.
and I'll hand him a piece of paper where I've drawn meticulously the Frag logo.
Yes.
You know all that cloth that I bought for your group that you've been working with for this time?
Uh-huh.
You've got a very good sense of aesthetic. I'm sure you could pull together some sort of themed uniform incorporating this logo, perhaps on the back or on the shoulder or the lapel, where it can really start getting the branding out there.
Yeah. Will do.
You can make sure all the goblins have started working on practicing in that. And do remember, you've earned a lot of money since being with our group, and we hope to have a productive business partnership in the future.
Yeah.
I would ask, maybe try and also put that symbol on the on a type of flag that we can have on our caravan. So that way, if people pass by us and they don't get a close-up view of the uniforms, they can still see the branding.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea. Well, little Tibbs, is there anything else you need from us before you head back? We might be getting up to some dangerous things, and we have to find out what these rings are capable of.
No.
All right. Needles will salute.
And he will salute back. Just yes. Goodbye. Be safe. Be safe. Goodbye.
You too.
We'll smash later.
Yeah.
You come back alive and we smash.
Most of us will come
Of
back
course.
alive.
Yay! Sorry, used to goblin patrols.
Also, Tibble, if you see Enki running around, can you tell him what we're doing?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And reiterate, don't eat candy while we're in town. There's lots of delectable foods to eat. Eat
Yeah.
the meat, eat the veggies. Don't eat the candy because it's cursed, not because it will rot your teeth.
Yeah.
tell everyone in the group, including the humans.
Yeah.
Needle salute again.
I
And
would
he'll
like to
salute back
as
again.
well. We're all saluting.
Yeah, we're all
Guard kind of looks over for a moment. It's like,
Perhaps we should make a custom salute for the group. What do we think?
yeah, he like
Secret
looks at the
handshake.
note. That's right. He like gets a little, his squints his eyes for a moment, and he's like, oh, right. Reads the dossier and then goes back.
No, they get the word out pretty good at these guys. Anyway, let's see what these rings do before we get the whole group together. And I will identify the rings, assuming we have a little bit of time. I assume we're going to end somewhat soon, but...
Yeah. So you identify the rings. They are not actually cursed. Seems that you're just a little paranoid. And so one ring is a Speak with Animals ring, actually.
I will hand that to
And
Severance immediately, I think, since he was interested. Actually, yeah. Well, we might be able to pass it around. I'll just wait. I'll just wait to see who needs it most.
And it has 3 charges, and it recharges a D4, but if it's a 4, you re-roll every long rest.
What was the thing that it gives you?
It
Speak
lets
with
you
animals.
speak with animals, and
Let's see.
Oh
You
yeah.
just wanted- Yeah, I was gonna hand it to you, but then I decided that we'll just
But
wait
I
and
mean,
make sure.
I also do. I do want to dip into druid, so I
So,
might
someone
just
else might
not
want it.
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it attunement? Is it attuned?
It is not an attunement. It just
Oh,
requires.
so we could just pass it around.
Yeah. And it has 3 charges, a maximum of 3, and it recharges a 1d4
I will explain that
for
to the
long
group.
rest.
And since it's not attunement, I feel as though Severance, perhaps you're the one who could use it most immediately. And then if anybody else needs it, we can pass it freely, since it's not a more intensive item.
I would like to use one of those charges, so I can talk with my owl.
All right. Oh, hello there. Or what do you say, actually? He doesn't say anything at first. Or, yeah, it doesn't say anything at first.
I
this is-
will
Ooh.
introduce myself as Severance, an archbishop of the Moon Maiden.
Ah, yes. The Moon Maiden. A very nice goddess. Very pleasant, very gentle with us owls. Ah, we do not necessarily worship the Queen Maiden, but we do appreciate the gifts she gives to the night. You're not going to, like, try to convert me or anything like that, would you?
No, I just
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have a buddy who is also more in tune with the night.
Yes, well, you're right. I am fairly tuned with the dark in the nights and such as. So yes, I believe we'll be good friends. You seem like a nice fellow.
I do hope we can get along.
Do you have any mice I could eat?
I'm not sure if I know I don't carry mice on me, but
Can
I'm
we hear
sure.
Severance's side of the conversation.
Uh,
Just finish what
yeah,
you're gonna say.
bees,
I think
yeah.
you were getting to the same
Yeah.
thing I was gonna suggest.
I'm
anyway.
sure we could find some.
Ah, yes. Well, I can go hunting at night and see what I can find. No worries. But I would appreciate it if you brought me some. But I'll find some.
I can find
some treats to give you. Maybe some mice, maybe some other small rodents.
I appreciate it. And funny you should post that as well, Needles, because that is what one of the other rings lets you do. It gives you access to prestidigitation.
Well, damn, I don't need that one. Anybody else want a bit of a... Well, you can... I'll show a little page where I have my spells described and let them peer at the little tiny text and try to read it because I don't feel like explaining it. But yes, that's what the ring does. I, of course, have the spell myself. But Severance, I feel like you were mentioning something about mice, although I only caught part of the conversation.
Yes.
If you have a bit of food, I could flavor it like mice with this little spell, or perhaps even someone else could with this ring.
And someone.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I think I have some meat that I could that you could flavor like mice, and I could give to my owl friend here.
I will do so if he pulls out meat for me. I will flavor it for 1 hour.
I will pull out
Doesn't even have to
some
be
meat.
just any non-living material that's even slightly edible.
Oh, joyous occasion. Thank you so much. Ah, yes. Nice.
You are
That was
very
the
welcome.
That's very loud too.
Speaking of enchanting, we level up enough.
And speaking of, the third and final ring is a ring of bonfire. It gives you access to the cantrip bonfire. Or create bonfire, specifically.
Oh. Right. I wouldn't mind that for myself, but I also don't have especially need of it. And of course, prestidigitation, Glorb, that could be useful for you. And if you don't have access for it as a spellcaster, Avalon, you could take it as well. Of course, we have other members of the group that might want these things.
Right.
But none of them besides Speak with Animals seem particularly useful. Bonfire's nice, but it's not horribly valuable.
Well, I mean,
To be fair, Bonfire
we
looks
could
quite nice.
use the bonfire to
Light forests on fire when there's a pack of unseen shadowy wolves casting frost breath at us from all angles. It's a good idea.
well, we could also, if we hunt down a big animal, use this to cook it.
Or all the fish that Enki will catch for us.
Well, I mean, we just have to give Enki a fishing pole. Well, he already has one. We just have to get him a cup of water.
So, Glorb, if you don't want the precipitation ring, I'll take it for right now.
Are any of them attunement, Chef?
The bonfire is.
Okay.
But the other
Anyway,
two are not.
go ahead, Glorb.
Huh?
Sorry, he asked if you wanted the prestidigitation ring. Avalon
Oh.
did.
What trickery?
I'm still confused by magic.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we have the familiar spellcaster use it until you're a bit more familiar. Although it would be fun to see what you could come up with it. Not the most useful spell.
Do
but it
want
has...
to ask my owl if they enjoy fish or not.
That's a good question. Time to learn something about birds. Specifically.
Of course they love fish.
Well, I
expecting a
mean,
I don't know.
food
a lot
and
of
not
a lot of raptors like fish. I know that.
I need to play. But
would love
barn
fish.
owls eat rodents, birds, insects, reptiles, and bats.
Ah,
But is that because they're not near water?
I guess so. Well, I just
Let-
know that
let
that's
me-
their diet.
let me check real quick.
So if you play the game Wingspan, you need probably like the wheat, the mouse, and the insect resource, not the fish resource, in order to play it.
They rely on meat. They rep. Oh,
Animals.
what do barn owls eat? 25 foods they consume. Reptiles, fish, amphibians, rodents, rabbits,
Anything that
small
moves.
foxes, and other small birds.
Small fuck.
And
Uh-oh.
you're currently looking like a small fox, right? Needles.
That's right.
Actually, to be fair though, I would have. I'll say two things. I would have had to transform to cast a spell, so I'm in fairy form. But I feel like in the thicket, owls and fairies might have a bit of a rivalry.
They might at the very least maybe have an understanding.
Like you don't let your fairy children wander too far, otherwise the owls get them.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's true, but at least that's what my mom told me.
And specious too, as he.
Hey, look, man. If big thing eats small thing and you're small thing, yeah, you kind of gotta be. I don't know what to tell you, Chief.
To be fair, there's not much for me to be scared of, though. It couldn't hurt me unless you lined its claws or beak with silver. It's not a particularly magical creature, is it?
But I don't have silver. I do.
I glare at. Did it give a name?
I
I don't know
think
if owls.
I don't think it
normally
has a
have
name
names.
yet. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask if they have a name.
Oh yes, well, my name is Orphilius.
Oh, he actually has a real name. I was hoping he would just say
And-
something stupid.
And I'm going to then relay that their name is Orphilius.
I try to pronounce it in owl. Whatever sound that came out of its mouth.
I try to
try to
pronounce
pronounce
it. I try to pronounce.
That's what I just go. Ephalis?
Sure.
it.
Oh. So I've looked into
You know
it a
what that
bit
means.
more. Rodents, especially mice and rats, are their favorite food. But they're opportunistic hunters, which means they'd hunt really anything if it was if they were
Yeah.
needed it to survive.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
they normally
honestly.
eat lizard, or they can eat lizards and frogs, but they only do it if they have to survive. So
Okay.
I mean, I'd probably only give them fish if like we ran out of all other food and we couldn't find any rodents.
That's fair.
And
Uncle.
oh,
Oh,
sorry,
go ahead.
continue.
I was just gonna ask Glorb if he wanted the bonfire ring. I know we're about to finish up. I just wanted to finish dispersing the rings if anybody wanted them.
Yeah, sure.
I know what a
Right.
bonfire is.
Or
You
and I'll try and describe it. A bonfire is
I think he said he does. No, not doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Okay.
And this would use your charisma modifier for the spell saving. For the deck save,
Mm-hmm.
we're using Baldur's Gate
I-
rules.
I doubt he'll use it
Yeah.
in combat. It's more of a utility thing for us.
No,
I think.
for
I don't
sure.
think it does enough damage for us
No,
to care.
no.
And
But if
and
we're
gonna be
asking, yeah.
if we're gonna be camping a lot anyway, because we're
Mhm.
caravan and stuff. So,
So
Yeah,
feel like it
it's
makes
nice
sense.
to have for utility.
yeah.
Well, I mean, once we
wait for
reach the 17th level, it should do decent damage with a 48. But
No, and it's
know, I-
concentration.
But
so it
just compared
stays
to
there.
him,
But
hitting
hitting
things
it.
with a hammer.
yeah, I think by the time we reach the 17th level, we have options that do way more damage than a
Yes.
measly 48.
At 17th level, I can wish things out of existence potentially.
Yeah.
But yes, so mark that down, Glorb, if you're going to take that, and Severance, make sure you
Yeah.
mark the Speak with Animals, and then Avalon, if you want to mark the Prestige Station. It's kind of unfair because for the people that aren't here, they can't ask for it. But to be fair, we can pass them around as needed,
Yeah,
except
exactly.
the bonfire one. The bonfire one we can't pass around easily. It would have to be with a short rest.
Yep. All right. And with that, thank you all for coming. I'm going to go hit the road, but feel free to
I inspire myself.
message. Yes, do not forget to give yourself the DM inspiration for today's
I
session.
actually wasn't capped this time.
I will go back in and do that because I did forget.
Ah, yes, don't forget.
That's why I did it, because I had a feeling somebody might.
And then
Also, I like how you said you were gonna try and keep it a
yeah.
short
Yeah.
session, and then we went on for like the regular amount of time.
Yep. No.
If not longer.
Yes, yeah, I know. It was going really well, and I was
This is a good one, yeah.
I didn't want to call it, and then I saw the time, and I'm like, ah, shit, I need to call it.
This was a solid one, though,
But
I gotta say.
I'm
it's
not
good.
sure when you're gonna be free, but I can DM you about
Yes.